Hello guys, it's Jonathan here, time to do a weekly blaze. I'm actually breaking the rules a little bit this time. Normally I start these maybe a little after midnight on a Sunday morning, technically, just to barely make it into the correct week. I'm actually doing this at around 8 p.m. on a Saturday, so we're a little bit early here, but whatever. I don't want to start a weekly blaze for technically this week when, it's already like 4 hours left. That'd be a little bit dumb. So I'm just going to count this in the next one. I'm not going to talk too much in this clip. I just want to open some stuff up, show you guys what I got, because, I'm going to be unboxing all of this right now, so I won't really be able to, talk much more about the stuff in box still when, I have it open. So you go ahead, put the camera on the tripod. Alright, let's talk about this stuff that I have gotten. eBay box, Target bag. Okay. I have a lot of stuff. Last week I talked about, or not last week, the week before I talked about possibly getting back into the reboot. I think you could tell that maybe I did. So let's start off with probably the oldest thing here, which is the Geogon Rising. So it's Behemoths. I don't know if this is a core or an ultra, to be honest with you. I just saw this at a Walgreens, because I did finally go to a store. I have not been to a store in a long, long time. I think this is actually a core Bakugan, now that I look at it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is definitely a core Bakugan. Okay. So, Behemoths and Aquos. I just thought this Bakugan looked cool. There's like these black marks on it. It looks really interesting. So I wanted to check this one out. Also, the only thing they had at Walgreens was this. They had no other Bakugan. So I just grabbed them. Like, yeah, sure, why not? I don't really have much Geogon Rising stuff either, so I'm fine getting some Geogon Rising stuff. Alright, Bakugan Evolutions, the new series. Let's get into these. Howl Core. This is a normal Howl Core. They had a few things. I wasn't interested in a lot of the single packs that they had. Thought about getting a Neo Pegatrix or a Neo Dragonoid, but I don't really think they look the best, so I'm like, I'll pass on them for now. I want this guy. So I got him. Which is nice. I'm about to do all the unboxings in separate videos, by the way. I'm just showing all the stuff I got. I did get a Platinum Bakugan. This is Platinum Dragonoid. The only other Platinums they had were just like, incorrect attribute Bakugan, which is fine. I mean, but I did want a normal Dragonoid here in the Platinum variant. So very, very cool. Also, got a couple Platinum Power-Up packs. I've been eyeing these up forever. I think this is from the first wave. I'm pretty sure. This is a Ventus Dragonoid, Platinum 1. Same as the other one, I think. It's just Ventus, but, Got Darkus Nano Scorcher, and then I think Arliss Nano Siphon. Don't have either of these. This is cool. And also, I think this might be from Wave 1, but it might be from Wave 2. I'm not sure. This is an Aquos Colossus, Platinum 1. You have Aquos Nano Sledgeum, and then Pyrus Nano Widow. I do have a Widow, but it's orange, which is cool. Definitely excited about all of these. Did I show the back of this? I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. There's the back of that. There's the back of this. So, also have an eBay box. I bought this for not too much, more expensive than it retails for, which is actually pretty nice considering what is in this box is going to be pretty neat, I believe. Let me just go ahead and open this up. Okay, yeah. So, just make sure there's no... Okay, there's not. Nice. So I didn't find anything, like, rare, so I kind of wanted to order something. You can see the gold band here. I ordered this. These are small. I ordered a Elemental Dragonoid, one of the mythic packs. I could have ordered a diamond or elemental of like a normal Bakugan, but I really wanted this guy. This pack is like actually like tiny. Look at this. I did not realize this was going to be such a small pack. Okay, cool. But yeah, that is my entire little, not even little, really. This is actually a decent sized haul. I don't think I could fit everything on camera. I could try to. Maybe I can. There we go. That is everything I got. So I'm very excited to open up everything. Yeah, I'm actually going to make a whole video kind of doing this exact same thing in a minute here. Probably didn't need to make this in a weekly blaze, but I don't know, I like weekly blazes and talking about stuff I got. I don't know, it's just fun. So yeah, going to open up everything here. Right now, this is going to take me like an hour and a half, but you know, it's fine. I'm going to record all like the intro parts for the videos as well, then I'm going to let my battery charge while I actually open up everything off camera. Get them out of the package, get them all set up, and we will be all good. So that's going to be fun. So yeah, anyways, I guess I'll see you guys probably when it's the actual proper week and not like a few hours early. So yeah, see you then. Alright, it's now like 1:30 a.m. on Sunday, so we're actually on the correct day. So yeah, I didn't record too much earlier. I think I only recorded like 6-ish minutes. I just wanted to show the new stuff, and that was that. So now I actually talk. So yeah, I did go to Target today. First time in a very, very long time since I've been to a store. And yeah, I went there, I looked at the Bakugan section, and it was not the best thing, I'll be honest. But the good thing is, for me, I haven't been into Evolutions that heavily, so for me, anything there was basically new. So that was nice. I saw I think I mentioned some of the stuff already, but like the Battle Amp packs, I think they are. Also like the bigger packs. I think I already mentioned all these, like the Target exclusive, like 2 packs. Yeah, I already talked about these. It was alright though. And then of course the Walgreens having the 1 Bakugan. But yeah, it was interesting. Glad to at least have gotten some stuff. I'm not going to show them all right now, they're all over there somewhere. I need to get a better like thing for these. They've just been there forever. I need like an actual storage thing for them. I don't know, I should ask about that. Or just order one. Anyway, yeah. So videos will be up throughout this week. I mean, by the time this weekly blaze even comes up, they should all be out, so it doesn't matter that much if I show them. I would if it was like 1 or 2, but there's quite a few things, so I'll just, yeah, unboxings are up. Anyway, so funny thing actually, I realized, because I went over like throughout 5 weekly blazes where I talked about like my Beyblade collecting stories, basically from when I, stopped doing weekly blazes all the way up until like catching back up. I want to talk about that now, actually, because I want to talk about my whole my Bakugan collecting from then till now. I'm doing this in one go, by the way. I'm not doing 5 episodes. This is only like maybe 20 minutes tops, I would say. I don't even think I'll get to 20 minutes. But I figure, hey, why not just talk about my entire Bakugan collecting, because it hasn't been a ton. So the last time I recorded the Weekly Blaze, I actually had just gotten, like in like the last clip of the final Weekly Blaze, in mid-January of 2020, when Armored Alliance was new, I got the Truncanius Ultra starter pack. It was a Ventus one. Bought that starter pack. It was a Battle Planet one. That was it. I believe I also had the Howl Core Baku gear pack by that point from Armored Alliance, because I didn't know there was a 6th gear pack in the first wave. That was it. And yeah, I got that, and that was cool. After that, I did not get anything for Bakugan for a little while. Actually, no, there was one other thing I got. Don't know if I mentioned this in a Weekly Blaze or not, but Flame Eagle. I don't know if it's Flame Eagle or Flame Eagle. Still, I need to watch some other people say it. But anyway, damn it, my camera battery's already blinking. That's unfortunate. I think I have a while, I hope. They usually last me at least like 10 minutes. So maybe I'll do part of the story and see how long I'm going, and yeah, we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, that was the one thing I ordered, and it came after I stopped doing Weekly Blazes, and that was that. And I eventually got it. That was cool. Then I stopped up until July. Then I went to the store. I got two Armored Alliance cores, Dragonoid, Pyrus Dragonoid, and Darkus Nihilus. Then nothing else till September 1st, my birthday. I did get the Unbox and Brawl pack for Armored Alliance, and then also about a week later, I went to the store. Again, two more core Bakugan, Aquas Hydorus, and Darkus Howl core. That was the last time I've been to a store. That was it. That was a long time ago. At this point, that was literally late Armored, not even late, like, I guess kind of late-ish Armored Alliance. It was the last time I went to a store until today, or I guess yesterday now, technically. So why did I not go to a store forever? I honestly have no idea. There was no reason for it. I guess I didn't need to, but like, it probably should every once in a while. So yeah, I went to a store finally, but that was it. And that's actually probably why I stopped collecting Bakugan so much, because I was just at a store, I'd get some. Well, if I don't go to a store, then apparently I just don't get any, so, should probably do that a little bit more. Anyways, so, after that, though, I started getting a little bit more interested in Bakugan. There was some stuff, like with my Christmas list when I was making it, that I did, but we'll get to that once we get to talk about, Christmas itself. So, next thing out would have been in November. I actually started getting back into Bakutech around that time. You can probably tell because, I did a ton of, like, Bakugan, or Bakutech reviews. And, I did some Bakutech reviews. I got Twin Dobru. That was nice. Also, right at the end of November, I guess early December, I got it was the GameStop exclusive, like, $25 pack. It came with, like, 5 random Battle Planet Bakugan. That gave me, quite a few of the later wave ones I didn't have, which was nice. Only one of them in there, Darkus Syndius, was the only one I had, which wasn't, I didn't have in Darkus, I had an Aquas, so it was a nice surprise. The other 4 were brand new, did not have it all, so it was pretty good for me to get, 4 brand new Bakugan that I didn't even have yet. Now, then we also have, let's see, what's another, what was next? I think that was it up until Christmas. So I did get 2 more reboot things, Dragonoid Infinity, because of course, and then the Enoch Ultra pack, Ultra Baku Gear pack. I don't know why I asked for this in particular, but I'm not mad I did. That's fine. I don't mind having another Baku Gear pack. I just don't know why I specifically asked for that one. I think I just wanted another reboot thing to get, and that looked the coolest of the gear packs I did not have. So I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I think anyway. Also got some Bakutech stuff. I did ask for Hammer Cannon, which I got, and then there was Yasha Tagaris. This thing, I don't know if I said prices very much, but that thing costs $180. I didn't want like that much to be my Christmas presents, because that'd be a lot of it. So I'm like, okay, let's just split it. So 90 of it was a Christmas present, then I had to pay the other 90 just so it was, not detracting. And I guess technically I would have, it wouldn't have mattered because I could have just ordered other stuff that I didn't get for that 90, but there's just something about getting stuff for Christmas that I like, I wanted to, I'd rather just get more there, so I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'll pay half. After that, 2021, oh boy, I did not do anything for a while. So in 2021, I did get some stuff in February, which were the 3 Geogon Rising, Geogon that I got. Pyrus Arcleon, Aquas Stardox, and Ventus Viperagon. I also, like a week later, I got a Geogon Rising starter pack, the Aurelus Syndius one, which I just unboxed in the last Weekly Blaze. That was something I got back then. I did not get a single other product until, September, for my birthday, when I got a few more Bakutech, the last 3 that I really needed, which were Gavleonicon, Blanchelt, and Nagadaja. And that was that. I just kind of got them for my birthday because I was like, yeah, sure, I should probably get these guys eventually. So I got them. After that, though, not a whole lot until, what was it? I think December. Yeah, December. That was when I got, or wait, am I missing something? No, I don't think I am. December is when I got Geoforged Dragonoid and Ultimate Villock. Those were cool. I got them because I'm like, yeah, those are sets and I should probably get those. I started almost getting a little bit back into Geogun Rising and wanting to get more stuff. And I wanted to get evolutions. I actually wanted to go to the store in January, it just never happened. Because I wanted to try and, maybe grab a few Geogun Rising Bakugan and get evolution stuff, hopefully. So I never was like out of the reboot entirely. It was just kind of that I just didn't go to stores for some reason. Again, I don't know why I didn't. It always just seemed like, oh yeah, I'll go to the store soon, and I just never did. But then I got heavily into Bakutech anyway instead of the reboot. And so I remember I ordered the Green Grand Panzer. And I'm like, what if I just... Well, it was like on New Year's Eve. I was just sitting at like 10 p.m. I'm like, what if I just ordered a lot of the other original colors for no reason? I guess I say other, like Green Grand Panzer was one. It wasn't. But I ordered, the original colors of Keolanus, Van Falco, Grandrone, and G. Ganaretta just because I felt like it. And then those were on order, and then eventually I was like, what if I just ordered Zeta Moonicus, and I was thinking about it. And then a promo gift Jinryu came up for $60, and I'm like, $60 for a promo gift Jinryu? Yeah, why not? I think I spent like 60-ish on that lot, about like 20-ish on the Green Grand Panzer, the 60 on the gift Jinryu. Then I'm like, okay, Destroy Moonicus, Zeta Moonicus. Do I order this sealed one on Yahoo Auction? Do I get the... Yeah, I'm doing it. That was $140, and then I paid $25 for a Destroy Moonicus. That was probably a little bit overpriced, but whatever. It was only a couple of dollars overpriced, so I'm not too mad about it. But I just wanted it because it was the last thing I really needed, and I also wanted it to complement Zeta Moonicus. And yeah, I spent a ton earlier this year on Bakugan, and that's probably why I didn't get any reboot stuff, because I still wanted to in January, even though I was more into Bakutech, but after spending that much money on Bakugan stuff, which that was quite a bit, here's the thing, I never like to flex how much I did spend on stuff, really. I like to flex when I get deals. A lot of those were not great deals. Although the gift Junior for 60, the promo one, that's actually not bad. That's actually pretty good, so I can flex that one, but Zeta for 140 sealed, it's not even that bad. It's just like it's $140 for a piece of plastic with a little bit of metal. It's not my favorite thing to do. Second most I've ever spent on a Bakugan, also just a toy in general. The most was, of course, the one I mentioned earlier, Yasha Dagaris, but I didn't have to spend all of it. I only had half, because I split it. But anyway, yeah, 140 on a single Bakugan. That was fun. Not really, but it's what happened. And then yeah, after that, I was like, man, I just got so much Bakugan stuff. I really don't want to buy anything else right now for Bakugan, because I just spent a ton. I don't even want to spend money in general for a while. And I didn't. I did not really buy anything in February. Well, okay, I did buy one thing. But I didn't buy a whole lot for like February and March. At least a lot less than usual. And then of course April came around. I'm like, okay, new stuff's coming out. And I started buying more in April again. Not like, I want to say like, not like buying stuff like a crazy amount, just buying, stuff in general, because I didn't really buy much at all for a few months, because I just spent a ton on Bakutech. I did want them though, so I'm not like too upset about it, but still a lot of money. And then after that, I kind of chilled for a while, and then towards the end of July, I was sitting there, it was like time to eat dinner. I sat down, I had chicken nuggets for dinner from McDonald's, McNuggets. I don't know why, but I just did. I don't usually have them, but I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So I had McNuggets for dinner, and I sat down like, what should I watch with while I'm eating? I saw that Jet Kuso uploaded a video. Jet Kuso, very good Bakugan YouTuber, by the way. If for some reason watching this, you should probably watch him, but if you watch my channel, you probably know who he is. Anyway, it's just cool to see someone put so much, like him and his team put so much, effort into Bakugan videos, which is just cool to see. Seeing Bakugan videos with such high quality. So whenever he uploads, I watch him because, they're good. And he had a whole Bakugan iceberg video. I'm like, oh, that's going to be great. And it was. And so I watched that. I'm like, oh, okay, that was a good video. Went out with my day. And then a few days later, I'm like, damn, I am back into Bakugan. I think that it's always just some random catalyst that gets me back into something, And I think that one, because there's a lot of reboot stuff referenced there. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to get back into the reboot a little bit. So, I ordered the Genesis collection because I was like, what should I order? Do I order like a couple like platinum power up packs? What do I order? And I ended up just going with the Genesis collection because it seemed like a good plan. And I talked about that already though, and then I talked about aside from that, it was just kind of the plans for going to a store, and that was that. And that kind of leads us back to today. So that's the collection story. That is everything. Covered it within like not much more than 10 minutes, like within 15 for sure. Nice. So that's fun. So aside from all that, yeah, Bakugan's fun. Don't know when the next time I'll get Bakugan is. My plans for now, I think Bakutech I'm probably good on for now. Reboot stuff as it comes out and as I go to the store, I'll get some stuff. Probably not as heavily, but you never know. If there's something I really want, like I know Prisma Dragonoid I really want, that I'm for sure gonna get. I don't care if I have to order it on eBay for 50. Okay, I don't want to spend $50, but if I have to order on eBay for like double or triple the price, maybe even 4 times because it's like $7. So if it's like 30, not even 30, it's like 4 times already. So if I gotta do it, I gotta do it. I'm getting Prisma Dragonoid one way or another. So that I'm getting for sure. Aside from that though, some legacy stuff would be nice. I kind of do want to get some legacy stuff. I don't even care if it's something like not rare at all. I just want to like open something from the legacy series. I might just buy like a cheap thing for the hell of it just so I could do that. Aside from that, Baku Blasters, never got into those at all. Baku Blasters would be really, really cool to get into. They're very expensive though, and they usually are missing discs, which sucks. If I find a couple, I don't care about getting a lot. If I could just get like 1 or 2, I'd be happy. Just getting some, Baku Blasters would be cool. Also, I think for expensive Bakugan, the main thing right now, I've been putting this off for years. They're just gonna get more expensive over time. I need to just buy them. The Super Evolution Bakugan, the new Destroya 6 that were only in Japan. You already know who they are. I have Blastelico. I don't have the other 5. Helios Mark II is getting really pricey. I know Cross Dragonoid, also getting up there. Same with Knight Percival, Master Ingram starting to go up too. I think Ming Selfin's up a little bit, but not too bad. But I need to get those 5. I really need to get those 5, like bad, before they actually get ridiculous. So now that I've basically done what I wanted to do with Bakutech, Reboot and Bakutech have always been a little bit separated for me, in terms of like collecting them. Well, at least since the Reboot's been around. So the Reboot's the Reboot, but for Bakutech kind of in place, that is going to be those 5. Plus maybe some occasional legacy stuff, like Baku Blaster, like I said, would be nice. We'll see, there's a lot of Bakugan stuff I could get, but I'm not going to get everything ever. Just want some more stuff, it'd be fun. It'll be fine. Aside from that, I did order the new Battleman stuff, CC Leon DX, plus all the new stuff, Raid Brave DX, Doc Pepion DX, Earth Ruler DX, Aerocider DX, and then the customized set with Kerpeps DX, Ayawashi DX, and then some of the extras like the new core, the control core, like the magazine, like the long magazine with the stabilizer, the long barrel, all that stuff. All that, giant wave of stuff I ordered. That's gonna be fun to pay shipping for. Yeah, I might chill a little bit with stuff because if you can't tell, I just did spend quite a bit. So I'm gonna chill probably for a little bit. Aside from Prisma Dragonoid, if I see a Prisma Dragonoid, I'm buying that immediately. As long as it's like less than 4-ish times the price. But well, yeah, that's something. So yeah, aside from Prisma Dragonoid, I'm probably gonna chill for a while. I got the Zest Achilles customized set coming in soon. I just got a ton of Bakugan. I'm getting, more Bottleman stuff. That should all be within August. September might be a little bit slower for the first few weeks, and then my birthday comes up. I'll get something for my birthday, and then maybe by then I'll be willing to spend money. Oh yeah, Night comes out, Beyblade, Night, and then I should probably get Hello Kitty as well. Get those. Those will be probably my September purchases. That's probably all I'm gonna buy in September though. Aside from maybe a stray Bakugan or two. Nothing expensive, just if I go to the store or something. But aside from that, yeah, probably late September, and by then for videos they wouldn't be up till October, so that's probably next time I'll get new stuff. But still, ton of stuff on the way regardless. I'm not buying a ton of new stuff. I already bought a lot of stuff that hasn't come yet, so yeah, it'll be fun. But yeah, my camera's still been blinking on the battery thing, so I should probably shut up before it dies. Yeah, I guess that's that. That's all I have to say anyway. So yeah, see you guys later in the week, and I am talking way too fast. Hopefully I don't do this next time. I probably shouldn't. Kind of doing this because, the battery's about to die. Anyway, yeah, I'll go. Alright, it is now Monday, a little after 1 a.m. So yeah, a lot to talk about today. I have 6 topics. I always like these days when I just have a ton of topics to talk about. They're always interesting. So first up, I'll just run down all the topics really quick. So you got, Bakugan, Beyblade, Bottleman, a certain game I want to talk a little bit about, plus YouTube and just my birthday in general. I guess I should have worded that differently. I meant to say my birthday and then YouTube in general. Anyway, it's whatever. It's fine. So, what do I start with? I guess I'll go into... I guess I'll kind of go weirdly here. Okay. I'll start with the easiest two, which probably would be Bottleman and Bakugan. So Bottleman, tons of releases. I mentioned getting some of the stuff before, the new ones. I know CC Land came out last month, and then this month, of course, Raid Brave, Doc Peppy on Earth Roller, and Arrow Cider, plus a set with Kerpeps and Ayawashi, some extra stuff. I ordered all of that. All of it is here. I mentioned it yesterday, I think, that I had to wait for the shipping cost. Shipping cost came, orders confirmed. Shipping cost, okay, so I got lucky. They let you change the shipping method because you have to choose who you want it to be shipped by. I chose EMS, as I usually would, but they let me change it to DHL, thankfully. So you aren't locked into the shipping on AmiAmi, which is nice because DHL was $30. That's not good, but it was actually better than I would have expected because I was hoping for under 40. 30 I'll take. I'm glad that let me change it because EMS was $50 and usually is slower apparently. So yeah, I kind of got lucky that they let me change that. I saved $20. That's great. I already was spending a ton on this stuff, so any money saved is nice. So those guys should be coming in hopefully this week. Actually, there should be a lot of stuff to talk about this week. This might be my I was gonna say this might be my longest weekly Blaze. Nah, it won't be the longest. I would not expect that. Unless, maybe? Hold on, maybe... Can we defeat the 2018 Ultimate episode? Perhaps. I'll have to actually put the Weekly Blaze, combine stuff now and put it on my computer, because I only have 2 hours on my SD card. I would not have enough time to beat it at this point, because I don't have... my old camera took up way less space on SD cards, so I can't really use any of my old SD cards anymore because they don't have nearly enough space for anything. So I'd have to process some of the stuff and save it as a video, and then clear my camera, record the rest, and then combine that video with the newer clips. Anyway, that'd be funny. Maybe we'll beat it because I have so much stuff to talk about this week. I doubt that. This episode could very well get to an hour and a half. I think that's possible, but I'm not going to try and force this to be the longest episode. That'd be a little stupid, I'd say. I mean, these aren't that entertaining, so me trying to make this episode as long as possible, yeah, not sure about that one. Alright, so... I'm sorry about that. That's Bottleman. I'm getting the stuff. Hopefully it should be here this week. It says it ships within 2 days, and then DHL said 1 to 5 day shipping. 1 day, okay, 1 day shipping. I don't expect that. So if they ship within 2 days, if they shipped today, that'd be phenomenal. Hopefully they would, but I don't think they will. Maybe tomorrow. I really hope they don't wait till Tuesday to do it though. But still, 1 to 5 days. If they at least ship by tomorrow, it would be here by Saturday, which is nice. Now, with that said though, still, I should be getting Bottom Line stuff this week for Weekly Blaze, which is nice. And then I'll make all the videos and stuff, but yeah. Anyway, that's that. Bakugan. Bakugan, I have a little bit of a plan how I want to collect some stuff. I want to get all the main character stuff. So, like, the 5 main characters, I don't know their names. I'm just going to say the Bakugan names. I know they're like Dragonoid, Hydorus, Trox, Howlcore, and Pegatrix. I think some of those were replaced in Geogon Rising with other Bakugan. So I have to be mindful of that. I want to get all their main ones. I know there's also some other ones. Like, I know Nilius was a really prevalent one. I want to get all of those. So there's that. And then also want to get... I know a couple of the other ones. Like, I know in Armored Alliance, Feral became prevalent. And then in Evolution now we have Blitzfox. I don't know about anything else. Those are the only 8 I know for sure. So I want to get those. Maybe their main Geogon as well. That's a little bit iffy, but I don't know. We'll see. I do want to get a lot of these main ones. I have a lot of them already, but I think it's a good collection point to start with for the reboot stuff. I have most of the... I think I have everything from Battle Brawlers, except for a normal Chaos Pegatrix. I only have the Diamond one. That's a flex, though, so, but, you know. Anyway. Should probably still get a normal one anyway. Armor lines, it's like 50-50. I believe for like the cores and ultras, I have Dragonoid, Nilius, Hydorus, and Howlcore. I do not have the cores for Trox and Pegatrix though. I also don't have any Ferals from Armored Alliance. Geogun Rising, I basically have nothing, and then... Unless if you count Villock, but like, that's it. And I'm slowly getting a little bit of Evolution stuff. I guess I do have the, Platinum Dragonoid, that's nice. But I have a lot to get still, for Geogon Rising at least, and that'll be something. A little bit Armored Alliance, maybe like one thing from Battle Planets, and then, all the Evolution stuff as that comes out. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. This isn't something I'm planning on doing soon. It's not like within like 2 months I'm going to have all of them. This is going to take me a while. I'm not going to do this consistently. It's just over time I want to get all of them. Okay, moving along to Beyblade. This week, this is the other thing that should be happening this week. The random booster should be revealed. Apparently, they said it's going to release on the 12th, the Korokoro. It's releasing early, I guess, instead of the 15th. And today, technically Monday, is the 8th, meaning by Friday, but usually scans come out earlier. We could literally be seeing them anytime from now, unlikely, but possibly now. And I would probably say at the latest, like Wednesday, and that's like pretty soon already. So we'll see. Hopefully we get some stuff soon. Very excited about that. Some final predictions to what I think they're going to give us. Discs, I have no idea. They could throw in... Discs and armors, I don't think matter. It's going to be something we've already probably had a billion reprints of. So I'm basically just hoping that they throw in some new stuff. Hopefully a Fortress. I'm assuming they will. Fortress would be nice. Xanthus in Illegal I would like, but I'm not confident that they will, though. Other discs, they've been overused as hell, but I just throw in like a Giga over and, I guess Tapered maybe? Just give us, like, good discs that are, like, usable. Yeah, unless you want to throw in like a Nexus Plus S, but I don't think they would, so, I just throw in another Giga and over, maybe I Tapered, I guess, and then, of course, the new discs would be nice. Or if they make a brand new disc, then, they probably would repeat that twice, then we have 4 disc slots, okay, the 3 new ones, and then, I don't know, like Over or Giga, either one, probably Over, but yeah, it'd be fine. So, for drivers, I have absolutely no clue what they're going to do. I'm not even going to try and predict drivers because, they gave us, they just give us the most random drivers. Like, in the newest, like a driver collection or whatever they do when they release those campaign sets. The campaign drivers, there we go. They did Just Dash. If they're going to do Just Dash, they could do Quest Dash. Maybe. Probably not, but I'm not even going to try and predict drivers. I just hope we get a couple variants at least because, you know, this is the final random booster supposedly. And it probably will be as well, so, you know, I hope it's a good driver selection. At least for, like, newer stuff. So aside from that, armors, again, I don't care. It's going to be repeated. Just give us maybe like 4, and 1 would be nice. If they do a new armor, that'd be 2 more slots. If not, 4 other armors would probably be... If I got to choose, I would probably choose 0, 10, 9, and then 3 probably. Wouldn't mind if 2 came in instead of 3, but we've already gotten a lot of 2s, so I would say 3. So what are the final kind of blade and cores going to look like? I think that's the most interesting part here. First up, of course, Knight. We're going to have probably a new, Knight, and then the blade. And then, of course, probably Drasil V2. I'd be very surprised if we don't get a Drasil V2. Parts, I have no idea what they're going to do for parts on this thing. Because are they going to do like a Trigger V2 type thing, or is it going to be like the other V2s where it's just kind of a normal disc, not a DB disc? I'm not going to try and predict that. I think they'll probably do a Trigger V2 style. In that case, my assumption is probably going to be Giga. And for a driver, I don't really know what they could do for a driver. Maybe the disc could also be like Fortress or something, but I don't know. Driver, I'm really not sure. It could be anything at this point. Maybe even a new variant, maybe. I don't know. Orbit Metal Dash or something? That'd be nice. But I don't know if that actually works. Anyway, whatever. So for our other 4 pulls, the cores and the blades, the most interesting parts. Well, there's going to be a Knight recolor and a, Knight blade recolor. So basically 3 other things. Cores that they should do, I think that they should go over a lot of the newer cores. So, well, options we have are Kirbyus, Dragon, Excalibur, and Achilles. I say you do all of them except for probably Dragon, but that's not realistic. I think they're going to skip out on the Excalibur stuff, honestly. I don't see them doing Excalibur. My hopes are that they do Kirbyus, Dragon, and Achilles, but I also don't think they're going to do Achilles yet. So probably Kirbyus and Dragon, but seeing how Bahamut was, I'm not confident that they'll do Kirbyus either. So Dragon's our only real thing I think we're going to get here of the newer bays. So the other 2 cores, what are they going to do? I think that they might actually throw in a Belial 2 here. This would be a good move. If not, I don't even know. I do think we'll probably see another Valkyrie 1, though, in here somewhere, regardless. And that'll just kind of be there. And then, aside from that, I think that they might throw Bahamut in here. Maybe. But I could also see them not, so hard to say. I think that probably a Bahamut, though. That makes sense. I say Valkyrie 1 and Bahamut, and then Dragon, probably most realistic. Maybe, I want to say Belial 2, but they probably won't do Belial 2, never mind. Blades. Okay, too soon for Zest, probably. Don't think they'll do Zyphoid. We just got Chain, so I don't think we'll do another Chain. Divine and Gatling. These 2 would probably be it. I think that they'll probably pick either Divine or Dangerous, actually. One of these 2. I'm actually kind of thinking they're going to hold off on Divine for the October set. So I actually think they'll do Dangerous here. Finally giving us a Dangerous recolor over Divine, and then Gatling probably will be in here. It'll probably be something like Gatling, Valkyrie, and then probably Dangerous Dragon. Probably that, I'm assuming. And then the other blade, I think they're going to do Astral. I think Astral Bahamut. Probably gold, so you have like the Astral Spriggan, the Roar Spriggan from the previous random booster, now you'll have Astral Bahamut. I kind of think they'll do that, at least I hope. That's my predictions anyway. As far as Knight goes, actually, what are my predictions on the Knight parts? Tapered, some Eternal variant. I don't know if they'll do High Eternal or maybe Eternal Dash or High Eternal Dash. I think it'll be Eternal though, regardless. Tapered and Disc, or not Disc, Armor. Zero, I don't know what they'll do. It'll be 3, 9, 0, or 4. Probably less likely on 4. I think they'll actually just do 9. I think it's going to be 9. I have a feeling they'll do 9. 0 maybe because it's round. I was thinking 4, but I don't know if they'll want to do it at 4 quite yet. I think they're going to hold off on 4 for like Hyperion or something. Tapered because Night. It just makes sense. I don't think this thing's going to have any new parts. If it does, I think it'll be a disc, and that would be very nice, but I don't expect it. So I'm just going to say Tapered. But yeah, definitely an Eternal variant. And Armors, I mean, again, it could be 3 maybe. I don't think 4. Maybe 0. I'd actually say 3 over 0 is more likely, but I think 9 makes the most sense. Yeah, that's my predictions for the random boosters. Hopefully we can go over that, so that'll be fun. Also, I want to mention now, I am getting the Achilles set this week as well. I should be anyway. Anything like the previous orders, it should be Friday or Saturday. Hopefully Friday. Maybe Thursday if I'm lucky, if it ships out like today or something, like later today. I don't know. But regardless, yeah, the Achilles set, I should be getting that very soon. That should also be this week. That's fun. So I should be getting both Puddleman and Achilles stuff this week. Imagine they come on the same day. I don't even know. I kind of don't even want that to happen, honestly. I don't want them to come on the same day. I want them to be different days. It'd be a little much if they come on the same day. Yeah, actually, I don't want that to happen. Never mind. So that's that. Okay, next up, so talk about, okay, the game. Okay, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's the game I want to talk about. The Booster Course Pass Wave 2 is now out. I played all 8 of the new tracks quite a bit. Let me rank them, and I'll tell you if I think Wave 2 is better than Wave 1. Worst track, 8th place, has to be Mario Circuit 3, the SNES one. This track, it's not actually that bad to play on. It's decent. It's just kind of another mediocre feeling SNES track, though, where it's just, yep, this is old. We could have gotten something better. So I don't really care about it. It's alright. I don't hate it. Like, if I get the track, I'm not going to hate on it. It's just like, yeah, whatever. 7th, Snowland. This is actually a pretty cool track. I just don't like ice, and it's ice. But it's probably the best ice course in the game. But still, I don't like it that much compared to some other stuff. It's not even that bad of a track. It's just I like the other 6 better. 6th, Sydney Sprint. I think that's what it's called. Hopefully. It's a good track. Kind of long, but cool. The last lap does feel a little bit shorter than it needs to be. I don't know. I feel like the first 2 laps are longer. It's a nice course. And then 5th, New York Minute. I think New York Minute's a little bit cooler. A little bit more dynamic turns in my opinion. But anyway. Tour tracks, they just seem very kind of just similar, and they're all very solid, but I don't think any of them are like crazy good or anything. They're just solid. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at with these. I think that's just kind of how they're going to be in general. Not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to having like 8 more or something. That's definitely going to feel repetitive, I feel like, after a while. I think if we have like 12 tour tracks, it's going to be like, okay, there's just too many in this game, but I guess that's probably what's just going to happen, and I'm not too excited about that. 4 already feels like a decent bit of them, so yeah. Anyway, 4th, Sky High Sunday. This is a really cool track. Definitely a big fan of it. It's very broken up. Yeah, got little tricks. It does feel a little basic, though. It's like it wants to hide behind its crazy, split up, trick heavy design, but really it's just kind of a very thin oval, and that's kind of all there is to it. It is cool. It's just kind of like a little bit basic. I wish it was maybe a little bit more insane, like way more like split up stuff. Like, I know there's quite a few split paths in one area, but I wish it was like just insanity where it's like you have like 5 routes you can go. Almost like maybe a bit more of a linear version of like Yoshi Valley or something. That'd be cool. But it's still a cool track. Third, I'm going to give third to Calamari Desert. This track is really nice. I like the train. It's cool. Um, Actually, I might. Do I want to switch this for fourth? Yeah, probably, actually. I think I might like Sky High Sunday a little bit more than this, but still. I don't know. These two might be interchangeable. Hard to say. It's a really cool track. I like the train. It just. I don't know. Just something about this track is nice. I like how you have to kind of ride on the rails for a little bit. It's terrifying, so that's fun. I don't know. I think this might be fourth, and then Sky High Sunday third. Yeah, switch those around. Second, second definitely has to be Waluigi Pinball. This map is wild map. Okay, yeah, this track is wild. It goes every like there's just so many cool turns early on. You have this pinball section that's terrifying. You never know what's gonna happen next, and yeah, it's just a really cool track. I like this one a lot. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's very vibrant as well. I like this one. Yeah, it's just nice. First, it has to be Mushroom Gorge. This is my favorite Wii map, Wii course, track, whatever. It's great. I like the mushrooms. There's a lot of tricks you could do here, a lot of secrets. A really dynamic map and just a lot of fun. I think it's definitely a fan favorite, so yeah, it's just a really good time. Definitely glad to have Mushroom Gorge back. I really wanted this map back, and it is, so yeah. I think that's everything to talk about for that for now. I might talk about that more later in this video. I'm not sure. Maybe not. I'm sure I'll talk about this series eventually again in a future weekly plays probably. But yeah. All right. I have two topics left, but I'm actually going to stop the recording for a couple seconds because this thing's getting past 20 minutes. My camera automatically stops at 30 minutes, so just in case I get it too heavily into this, I don't want it to cut out, so let me just do that really quick. Alright, so, YouTube. So, I stopped doing this whole thing of daily videos in August. That's not something I want to do anymore, but this August is going to have a lot of videos, apparently. So obviously on the 1st, I had the Genesis Collection video go up with Weekly Blaze. That was nice. Nothing until the 7th, though, and then now we're having daily videos till the 13th. Plus, we'll probably get the Achilles customized set out on the 14th. And then, I want to do a couple Bakutech reviews as well. I want to get, I want to finally do Blind Shelton Nagadaja. It's been way too long since I've done the previous reviews. It's been like 6 months almost. But I want to prioritize the Bottleman stuff first. Those will have to come after. Probably. Yeah, probably. Which means, so, okay. I'll probably switch back to bi-daily videos, but we might have bi-daily videos throughout the rest of August, which is definitely less than the whole daily videos in August thing, but it's definitely a lot, so let's see here. If I get that, so 16th, probably the CC Land DX video. 18th, so yeah, that unboxing, then 18th Raid Rave DX, 20th would be Duck Peppy on DX, 22nd will be Earth Roller DX, 24th the customized set, and then the 26th would be Aerosider DX, 28th Bland Shalt review, and then 30th would be the Nagadaja review. If I switch to bi-daily videos after the Achilles set going up on the 14th, and do Bottleman stuff after that, and then those two Bakutech reviews, that carries us. So that carries us pretty well. Yeah, that's definitely a level of consistency I have not done in a while. So that'd be fun. After that, of course, my birthday comes up on the 21st of September. So like 3 more weeks, and I'm not going to do nothing for those 3 weeks. I think Night should be out by then. Maybe. I don't know if Night will be before or after. Not entirely sure yet, but we'll see. Maybe after. I don't know. When did I get Chain Kirbyus? Actually, I need to check my camera roll really quick to see. Just to be 100% sure. I want to make sure I have the correct date. Okay, I got that June 8th. Came out on the... okay. If it comes out the 7th, or whenever it comes out, I think... Oh god, what are days? I need to check the calendar too, apparently. When is the first Saturday? It's supposed to be the first Saturday. Okay, it's the 3rd or the 10th. If it's the 10th, the night video probably won't come out till like October then, because of the birthday stuff. And then if it's the 3rd, it will probably be out mid-ish September. Yeah. Okay. And if it's after that, then yeah, I have no idea. But, okay, so I want to get at least 2 videos out between those 3-week periods right there. So between the last review and then the birthday video, I want to get at least 2 videos out. That should be doable, whether or not I do, you know, a Beyblade ranking video. Maybe I'll do 1, even 2 of those. So, yeah, we'll see. And then, oh yeah, probably I'll do a Beyblade discussion video pretty soon, too, about Night. I probably will just release that on a random day between Bottleman reviews. Or maybe even... Oh god, I have too many videos planned, I think. Well, that's a new problem that I have not had in a very long time. Man, too many videos planned. That is not something I am used to saying. Okay. Well, if I do a night discussion video, I could just probably throw that up at like 4 a.m. on a random day. I don't care about those that much. Weirdly, they get more views than a lot of my other videos. I don't know why. They don't get like a ton of views. They get like 50 though, and it's like, why? These videos are like pretty... They're not that good. Like, it's just... Anyway, whatever. I go way more in depth in the unboxings, but whatever, anyway. So, night discussion video, I'll probably just throw up like a weekly blaze almost, just whenever, and then I'll probably just throw it at 4 a.m. on the quickest day I can, just to get it out, and then, yeah, I guess that'll be that, and then... Oh, yeah, I should probably wait for the video, so it might not actually go up until, like... I may actually hold off for a couple days if the video goes up, like, at the end of August, because I'll probably wait for all the parts and stuff. Yeah, I'll wait for the parts, so that might be fine. That might actually count for a video, then maybe a week later I'll do a ranking video on the dual layers, and then maybe a night unboxing before my birthday, and then birthday, then... Yeah, okay. So, if I get anything else, I'll also put up videos. You know, I don't need to only do a couple videos in September. There could be a lot more, so we'll see. That's a lot of videos going up, and that's not even going to be that hard to do. That's something. Yeah, I never would have expected me to be figuring out how do I schedule videos, because I have too many. That is very new. Have not had this problem. I guess I kind of had it in January a little bit, but not too bad. Yeah, anyway. Aside from that, birthday, that's the last thing I'll talk about. So for my birthday, there were a few things. I basically asked for a few things, and some of them I won't be getting, I don't think. And I want to get them for Christmas, though. Or maybe buy one of them before. Well, one thing I don't know if I'll ask for or not is Baku Blaster. I probably still will. I don't know if I'll get that for Christmas or not, though. Things I actually want for Christmas, though, are two of the Evolution Bakugan, Cross Dragonoid and Knight Percival. Those would be very nice to get for Christmas. Also, Minx Elfin I want to buy on my own. Probably. Hopefully, if not Christmas, but that's a lot already. which is why I probably will hold off on a Baku Blaster. Also, some anime stuff I probably won't be getting, but hopefully get for Christmas. The Sunny Boy Blu-ray that comes out the 30th of August, so it'll be out by then for sure. And then the Kizumonogatari movie, the first one, and maybe I'll throw in the second one as well by that point. Anyway. So, yeah. However, I will be getting some stuff. I think some stuff I'm getting. Those I don't think I'm getting. So let's get to the stuff I know I'm getting. So you got a game, 2 anime things, 2 Beyblade things. I guess depending on how you look at it, it could be 8 Beyblade things, which is kind of a big discrepancy there. And then for Bakugan, I have 1 reboot thing and then 2 old legacy things. Anyway, so what am I all getting? So the game I'm getting will be Splatoon 3. I am holding off on Splatoon 3 for 12 days. Here's the thing. It's $60. $60 I could spend on collection stuff if I just wait 12 days to get it for my birthday instead of getting it on release day. Pain, but I think it'll be worth it anyway. Yeah, I really want Splatoon 3, but like... it was either going to be Splatoon 3 on my list or all the Bottleman stuff on my list, and like... Bottleman stuff goes in and out of stock way too often for it to be a reliable gift option. And if, with that said, I might only get like half of them, then hunt down the other half, and I just get those now and Splatoon 3 for my birthday. It kind of does suck, not gonna lie, because I really want to play the game, but like I'm just making the decision to hold off on it. I guess I'll talk about the Bakugan reboot thing now. It's not as interesting. It's the Evolutions Arena with the Aurelus Leonidas. I just want this because Leonidas. It doesn't look like Leonidas from the original game, but it's still Leonidas in name, so might as well. And then we have the two anime things I'm getting. The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Set 4 Limited Edition, because of course, and then the Nekomonogatari Kodo Blu-ray, because, well, I actually have some concerns about that thing. I have a feeling for some reason that's just going to be out of print soon. It hasn't yet, and I felt like it's going to be out of print any time now. It just hasn't, but I don't know. I feel like that one just seems like something that might go to print randomly at some point, so I want to get that now and not wait on it. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Also, my throat's, like, actually dying at the moment, if you can't tell. That's, I've been doing better, though. I've been doing a little bit better. I'm talking a little bit longer, so that's fun, but it's still, not fully there. I don't talk enough outside of YouTube, so my voice is not prepared for this. Anyway, so, aside from those things, Beyblade, two things. First up, I don't know which is the more exciting one, actually. One of them is very small and not that exciting, but it's something I've really wanted and I just have not gotten. I'll say that for a second, even though it's kind of stupid to say for a second, but first up, full set of Random Booster Volume 27. Unfortunately, I just could not pass up on the Holy King Belial. 7 recolored bays, they're all cool looking, but I just really want Holy King Belial, man. So, yeah, that's why I asked for this, because I really, really want that Holy King Belial, and it just seems like the best option, so yeah. That's, I don't know, it's like partially like, yeah, I'm excited for it. The other part of me is like, why do I want this not even limited edition thing so bad? Although full sets are becoming kind of scarce, and it seems like something that might actually feel like a limited edition eventually, because I feel like this thing's going to be kind of hard to get, with it already being kind of rare. But that's what I meant by either 2 or 8 things, because there's 7 random boosters. So I am getting a lot of bays, but, you know, they're all kind of from a set. The other thing is the Devil Blade. I know I'm getting a Devil Blade from the random boosters, but it's not the same. I wanted the black and red one, and I'm getting the black and red one. Because, yes. I don't know. I'll probably do a whole Belial video sometime either in December or January, when Burst is done, and just talk about the absolute mess that is Belial, and how you have Dynamite, Dangerous, and Divine, plus the Devil Blade, and then all of the gears by the time they're done. Will be probably at least 7, but maybe up to 9. We'll see. That's fun. That's gonna be a process to go over, but yeah. Need to figure out how I want to format that video, but anyway. A lot of them, I don't think I'm gonna get many unboxings out of my birthday, though. That's something. I'll also get some, but not as many as usual. A lot of these things are just not things I could really unbox properly. However, 2 other things for Bakugan, legacy stuff. First is Master Ingram. I really wanted Master Ingram. I'm very excited to get it. But the other one, this one, I think I like Master Ingram the most, but like this other one, it's just so expensive, and it just has so much notoriety to it, and that is Helios Mark II. Yes, I'm finally getting a Helios Mark II. I've wanted that since I've been a kid. I think nowadays I like Master Ingram more, but as a kid I probably liked Helios Mark II more just because of the hype around it. Finally getting one. After 11 years of wanting it, so that's going to be very exciting. I'm very excited to get those. I am planning on hopefully getting all of them, well, the rest of them for Christmas. If not, I'll buy whatever I need after, like right away. Because in January, I want to make a video on all 6 of them. I have Blast Alico already. I'll get these 2 in September. I'll get Minx Elfin, hopefully sometime between then and Christmas. And then Night Percival and not Cyclone. Cross Dragonode. Where did Cyclone come from? Night Percival and Cross Dragonode, hopefully for Christmas. I'm assuming I'll at least have 2 of them for Christmas, for sure. The third one is debatable. I don't know if I might not get one of them. So if I don't, I'll buy that right away. And then, like on Christmas night. And then I'll have them for January for a video. So that'll be fun. However, my birthday video will contain quite a few things. I'll open up the Devil Blade. I'll open up Master Ingram, Helios Mark II. And I'll probably also just open up Nekomonogatari Kodo for the hell of it. Because, of course, why not? And Splatoon 3. That is a lot of things that are not getting unboxings. Huh. Actually, I might... do I hold off on something? Do I make the Devil Blade an unboxing? Because if I don't, I really do not have much material to work with here. Because I only have a few things. That's literally like the Leonidas set. The random boosters. And then the JoJo set. So it's the 21st, not 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th. Do I just unbox the Devil Blade? And I should probably just showcase it in its own video, just for the sake of consistency, I guess. I'll make a video on the Devil Blade, and then I'll come back to Belial later in like December or January. Oh boy. I'm literally just going to do a Devil Blade video just because I don't have enough videos. It's not that big of a deal. I'll make sure it's interesting enough. I'll show it with the gears. I'll show it, with like some of the other bays. It's fine. It's fine. I could do like a 6-7 minute Devil Blade unboxing. It'll be fine. I'm sure. I'll probably prioritize the random booster unboxing for the 23rd. 25th, I'll probably do the Leonidas set. 27th, the JoJo set. And then 29th, I'll just throw the Devil Blade video, and then that'll be that. Then we have a clean slate for October. In October, I don't know what I'll do for October, but we'll see. Yeah. That's all the birthday stuff. That's my entire video scheduling plans. And of course, in the previous clip from like a few minutes ago, I talked about all of the series. I just recorded for like 40 minutes straight almost. My throat is gone, but that's okay. My throat's always gone, so yeah, we're fine. This seriously might be the longest weekly blaze. I'm not sure. Because I don't know how long the clips were from yesterday. I recorded like 6 minutes. And did I record for like 20 minutes or yesterday or something? I might have. And if I did, I'm already over an hour on a Monday. I mean, for me, it's still basically a Sunday. Man, this might end up being the longest one. I still have to talk about the night stuff. I still have to talk about, the Bottleman and Beyblade stuff I'm going to be getting. Might talk more about Mario Kart. And who knows what else to talk about. What's next? We're going to get like a Nintendo Direct or something. If we get a Nintendo Direct, I'm talking about that too, and that'll be... I don't think we're getting a Nintendo Direct, that was just a joke, but like if we actually did, this would definitely be the longest weekly blaze in that case, but yeah. But as far as the stuff we know about, that I will definitely talk about, plus maybe the Mario Kart stuff, if literally anything comes up to talk about for more than like 20 minutes, this is probably going to be the longest weekly blaze of all time, and that is something else. So, yeah. That's fun. This is a long one. These videos are not good, I don't think. I'm just like talking and I start rambling, but it's in a weird way to where it's like it's like I'm not recording in a way. I don't know, this is something. Anyway, that's everything. That's all of the birthday stuff and YouTube. This is gonna be a video I'm gonna have to edit. I'll probably have to actually do like half the video because I need room for the Achilles stuff and the Bottleman stuff. So I'll probably have to edit this at some point by like Wednesday onto my computer, delete everything off of this camera and then or SD card, and then just wait because I need more space. That'll be fun. I'll have to render like an hour long clip, and then I'll have to not clip, but I'll have to render like an hour long half a Weekly Blaze. Then later I'll have to render that plus whatever else I record. That's gonna be a time. Anyways, that's all for today. I've recorded for like 19 more minutes. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I need to shut up now. Alright guys, it is now Wednesday, about 1 a.m. So, I think the last time I recorded, was it like Monday morning technically, I think? I said that if there was a Nintendo Direct, this would probably be the longest Weekly Blaze, and I guess they decided to challenge me because there's a Nintendo Direct. Now, it's not a normal Nintendo Direct, it's not like there's a ton of games. It's probably like a 20 to 30 minute Direct, but it's all Splatoon 3. And Splatoon 3, that is a game I would have definitely talked about regardless. If there was like a normal Direct or something, I would probably talk about that for a little while, but it's a whole Direct based on it, so I'm gonna be talking about Splatoon 3 for a while tomorrow. So, there's about 7 hours till it comes out, the Direct, and yeah, that's gonna be fun. I won't talk right after, I'll probably want to go to bed, and then tomorrow night I'll talk about all the stuff from the Direct, and that'll be a while, I'm sure, and then I'll probably at some point this week, I don't know about maybe tomorrow or after, I'll talk about some Mario Kart stuff, and then I have the Beyblade stuff coming in the mail. Maybe the Bottleman stuff. It still hasn't shipped yet. I don't know what's up with that. I'm really hoping it ships out today. I think they close. By the time they close, it's probably like 3 or 4 a.m. here, so there's not really a whole lot of extra time for it to ship. I'm not sure. Let me check. Just to be sure, in case it shipped in like the past like 5 minutes. No, doesn't look like it. Okay. If it doesn't ship today, I'm actually not sure I'll get it this week. That's unfortunate. May still talk about some more Battleman stuff later, though. I don't know. But yeah, I do want to make this the longest Weekly Blaze. If I can't, I can't. I'm not going to force it. But I would like to break the record. Like the first one I remember, like it was like 2014, the longest one. It was like the first one for a while. Then 2015 fittingly broke it. And then there was technically one that broke it, which was like a 2016 one, but that was like 3 months. Like over the span of like, or no, I think it was the 5-week one, but that's like 5 weeks. Like obviously it's gonna be long. But then there was a 2018 one that broke it. That was during the comeback, so that was fitting. But I think now that I have a big comeback for these again, 2022, we gotta break the record. I'll try anyway. If I can't, I can't. I'm not forcing it. These are just topics I have that are throwing themselves at me. Then, well, yeah, I'm gonna talk about them. So, anyways, aside from the Splatoon Direct, obviously it's not out yet, so I can't talk about Splatoon right now. However, I can talk about Beyblade because there were Beyblade leaks for the new Random Booster Volume 30. So, okay. There's 2 good things. One very good, one just like kind of normal good. And there's 2 bad things. One that is normal bad, and the other one is really bad. So let's talk about this. So, okay. What is so bad? What is like the bad things here? So the normal bad thing is there's only 5 bays in here. Only 5 bays. There's not a 6th bay. And it's not like they did extra bays because it's the final random booster. No, it's just 5 bays. That's definitely a little bad. And one of them, I don't know if it's Dynamite or Devil, but there's a Dynamite or Devil recolor in here, and it's like, why? Yeah, I don't know what the hell that's about. There's only 5 bays in here, man. Like, come on. You could have not, like, and there's a 6th bay that should have been in here that is not. And that's the really bad thing. There's no Drasil V2. Okay. So, Drasil V2 is not in here. That is a bit of an issue. So, assuming Lucifer's the last release. Now, if there's more after, if there's like another filler random booster and Drasil V2's not, I don't care. This is a null point then. But if Lucifer is actually the final release of Burst, and there's no other products after, it doesn't matter if it's a mainline product or not, nothing else after for Burst. Well, obviously it's not going to come out with Lucifer or like the Versus set with, you know, Valkyrie and Spriggan. That's not going to happen. And if it's not in the random booster, when is it going to come out? They could always do a B00 release, but seeing as we have not gotten a remake bay as one of those since Dragoon F, I'm not confident that's going to happen. So realistically, in that, or like, you know, obviously like a filler random booster after Lucifer, those I don't think are likely. There's also the possibility they throw it into the big all-in-one set. I don't think they will. Actually, I'm going to say like almost like no shot is probably going to be... Actually, basically no shot is this all-in-one set. I think the all-in-one set said there's going to be a Divine Belial recolor as well as a Gold Bay. I don't think that's going to be either for Drasil V2. Unless there's a third bay that's Drasil V2. It's not going to be in here. I would say it's very unlikely that it'll, you know, appear as a B00 release. I do think that there's a small chance that there is maybe a filler random booster after Lucifer. That's a small chance, though. However, there's one other product that I think it's possible. If it's in here, everything's fine. I'm okay with all this. We're good. If it's not in this product, though, then, oh boy. If they don't make a Drasil V2 after making the other 3, I am going to be slightly mad. They must really, really hate defense types or something, like main defense types, because, like, they skipped out on Kirbyus more than any of the other main 4, and then now if they're going to do the same shit to Drasil, like, not make a V2 version and, you know, make the V2s of all 3 of the others, you know. That's going to be actually, like, upsetting to see. It's like, really? You're not gonna make it? Okay. So, anyway. This is definitely, not good. But the product that could be our saving grace is the new SP set. So, if it's a 2-bay SP set, which I don't think they'll do, then it's not in here. But it could be a 3-bay SP set. Like, if it's like last year's, it'll be 3 bays and a launcher. So, launcher will be whatever. It's going to be Hyperion and Helios, but there needs to be a 3rd bay. I was actually kind of wondering what they'll do for a 3rd bay, if it's not going to be like a Lucifer. Are they just going to throw a random bay in here? I feel like they wouldn't. But if Drasil V2 is in there, it would actually make a lot of sense. So if Drasil V2 is in there, this is fine, I don't care. Even the point about the 5 bay thing, I wouldn't care as much about it anymore. It's like, okay, well, we got our bay we need, we're good. It's just, if there's no Drasil V2, I'm going to have problems with it. So yeah. That said, hopefully it's in there. We'll see. Or just any other product, really. But yeah. 5 bays, no Drasil V2 in this random booster. That is ass. So, we don't know everything about this random booster yet. So far, it's looking kind of mid. Because we have a Dynamite / Devil. I think it's a Devil recolor, but like, okay, whatever. Also, there's no Yellow Knight. They didn't do a Yellow Knight. That's actually upsetting. I was really hoping that they would do a Yellow Knight, but they're not. Alright, so, anyway. What are the good things about this random booster? Well, there is one thing that I think is, like, kind of cool, and that is the Excalibur recolor. They are doing a black and gold Excalibur recolor. Like a full one. You can make a full Zyphoid Excalibur Xanthus Sword Dash 1 in this, in black and gold. You'll have to get multiple bays. I'm sure you'll have to get all 4 of the other pulls, but you can make it, and that's actually kind of cool. You get a Zyphoid recolor, nice. So that's cool. Also, if you swap out what I'm assuming will probably be a black Xanthus disc, well, not painted, but like the plastic, Swap that out with the original red one. You can make like a Prime Apocalypse looking thing. That'd be cool. So what's the really good thing then? And that is Knight. Okay, I had no hope for Knight. I thought Knight was going to be an absolute just dud of a release. I thought it was going to be a mess, just terrible. I thought this was going to be like, okay, blank, whatever you want to call it, the blade, Knight, tapered, a high eternal dash at best, 9. No, the full combo is Wind Knight, Moon Bounce 6. Okay, so the blade and core apparently have some kind of gimmicks. I don't know what they are yet. But the core, it has some gimmick, apparently, and that's better than I expected. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's better than nothing, so cool. We don't know what Wind has. It almost looks like there's metal on the blade, and also it's like a weird like double thing going on there. Like the underlayer looks a lot like Cosmo, so it might be smooth. And that's actually kind of cool. I don't know if there's any other gimmicks aside from that, and then the possible metal. But even if there's not, that's pretty good. I did not expect them to do anything really. I thought it was just gonna be like Air Knight. That's it. It's also pretty big. I mean, if it's like really big, it's very round. You know, it has the smooth underside. It has some metal on it. That's all it really needs. That's a pretty solid blade right there. So I take that, and that's what Wind is looking like. So it's pretty nice. The armor, probably the worst part about this base. The armor, it's 6. I feel like I didn't expect a new armor or anything, but 6 really. You're gonna do 6. You could have done like anything else. Like maybe not like 7. That would have been bad. But I think maybe even 2 would have been better. Well, okay, not 1 or 7, maybe 2, but you could have done like, like 0 or 4 would have been better, 10, probably 0 of all those, maybe 4, 10 probably is a little bit better than 6, but it's still a little bit weird thematically, I'd say. 4 and 0 are fine, but like 3 and 9 were perfect for this thing. I don't know why they didn't do those. Especially not 9, like, this is like a one bay that could have reused 9 and they didn't do it. Or at the very least 3, and well, we didn't get that. 6 is not the best choice in my opinion, but you know what? If the biggest complaint about this bay is the armor not being the best choice, that's honestly not a bad complaint. We're getting a new disc called Moon. It's actually like Xanthus. It's going to have plastic on the outside. It's yellow plastic, and it looks a lot like Expand. That's cool. They're kind of making a DB disc that utilizes kind of the Expand frames idea. That's actually really cool. Also, we have the Bounce driver. I don't know what this is even about. There's a spring in it apparently. I'm very curious to what they're gonna have with this driver, but it seems really cool. Also, this is the first actual new driver of BU. Yard Dash, Sword Dash, Charge Metal Dash, Quattro Dash, they've all been, dashes. Sure, there's Adventure, but, like, come on, Adventure is literally just like a Venture clone with, like, a couple differences. It's not very interesting. But yeah, we have a actual new driver. That was the last thing I expected to happen here. I thought there was no way in hell they would do a new driver for Knight. But they did. They also did a new disc, and not only that, it's a really, really cool looking new disc. The core has some kind of gimmick. The blade is looking a lot better than I expected. This is actually a really cool looking bay. I still wish we could have gotten a Zeus, but like if we're not getting a Zeus, we have to pick another stamina type. I think they actually knocked it out of the park with this thing. It looks really, really good. So, yeah, Wind Knight, that's our new bay. And it is actually good. I'm genuinely surprised by this. I thought it was going to suck. So, they did it. They actually made a good Knight evolution. I'm very surprised. But again, I'm glad that they did. Like, cool. We actually had a good evolution. Great. I seriously didn't expect them to do a good one. So we don't have official pictures yet, I don't think. I'll check again just to be sure. But I don't believe we had any official pictures quite yet. Let's see. Check here. No, okay. There's no official pictures, but there were some leaks. Obviously, I can't show the leaks. This isn't even a Beyblade video, so I wouldn't show the leaks anyway. But yeah, Koro, they are something. So I'm not even gonna show these leaks. I'll talk about them, but I'm not showing anything. Even in a discussion video, I would never show leaks because I don't want my channel to get destroyed for that. Of all things, that would suck. But yeah, Night, it's here. That's actually really cool. Yeah, it's just like very surprising, honestly. I'm surprised that it's a good release. I just didn't think it would be. So with that, obviously we need to see official pictures, but we only need to see 4 more bays left for BU. Also, we really need to be seeing that Drasil V2. Come on, Tucker, tell me you gotta do it. But after this, we just need to see those sets. Obviously, like Hyperion and Helios being the main part. Hopefully, Drasil V2 is the 3rd bay in that set. If not, it's going to be some stupid recolored bay that no one cares about. So please just do Drasil V2 there. We also need to see that, all-in-one set, what those 2 bays are. I'm hoping the gold bay is actually a yellow bay, and that yellow bay is Night. Like a Wind Night recolor, so it's like Maximum Garuda. I'm really holding out for that. I don't think it's going to happen. But anyway. But yeah. Aside from that, though, the Versus set, we have to see what the Ultimate Valkyrie recolor is like. Or is it going to be kind of like a Dragoon MSUV situation? Maybe a slightly upgraded Ultimate Valkyrie. Now that'd be interesting. I doubt it, but hey, you never know. The new Spriggan, of course, we need to see that. That's the 3rd actual bay we need to see after Hyperion and Helios. Then we have our final bay, which is Lucifer. Our 4th bay we need to see. We need to see Lucifer. So yeah, that's all we need. Not a whole lot left to burst, apparently. But yeah, I'm just very surprised by Night. In a good way, though. Of course, I was hoping it was going to be good. It is. But yeah, I think that's all for today. After this, again, Splatoon stuff. I'll have to talk about that because I'm very excited to see the Splatoon 3 stuff. We'll see what it's like. Hoping for a single-player trailer. The last one was, like, crazy. I really want to see more on that. I just want to know what else they're going to have in this game. Maybe some more weapons. I don't know. But yeah, I'll come back tomorrow and talk all about it, so I should probably shut up for now. And, yeah. Alright, it's now Thursday at around, I think, 12:30 a.m. A little bit like it. Or a little bit after, I mean. So I have about a little over 20 minutes to record on this camera left, or on this SD card, I mean. It should be enough time. I will have to edit this video today, at least partially, and then combine the rest later in the week. I do have the Bakugan videos on this SD card still, but I think everything else on here is a weekly Blaze, this weekly Blaze, which I'm kind of terrified is like after this clip's going to be like an hour and a half long already. Plus, I could still record tomorrow and Saturday. Well, to me, it's basically still Wednesday to me. So if I want to record like actual Thursday / Friday morning, and Friday / Saturday, even into Sunday morning if I really want to, it's like 3 more days. I'm like halfway through the week only. So like, yeah, I think I could probably get this to the longest weekly Blaze of all time, which is funny. Anyways, so with that said, Splatoon. Actually, before Splatoon, Beyblade. So I did forget to mention something yesterday. This is really quick. Wind Night. It actually does have the BU locks on the core. Also, it seems like the core is like a Deep Chaos gimmick, so it looks like it will likely have kind of like a Deep Chaos like spring thing going on. So it's like a vertical bound gimmick. I actually been wanting that to happen, so I'm glad it has. That's cool. At least if that's correct. If it is, that's awesome. Like I'm actually really excited about that. But yeah, Moon. It's a BU lock disc, meaning that we're gonna have a stamina type with BU locks. I have a feeling it might be a similar situation to Maximum Garuda, where maybe they don't make teeth for the thing. it might literally be held together by the BU lock and that's it, or the teeth will be like absolutely abhorrent, but they're just like the BU lock kind of saves it. That's my assumption anyway, is what they're gonna do. Either no teeth or really bad teeth, but the BU lock is kind of the one tooth it actually has. That'd actually be okay with me, honestly. It probably won't be the greatest thing of all time, but like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, if Valkyrie 1 can get usage, I'm sure this will get usage in like stamina combos. I mean, it holds together pretty well with like Excalibur, so that's an attack type with a really aggressive design, so I think if that works, then, well, for like a stamina type, I'm pretty sure this thing just will never burst. Especially with the bound thing. But yeah, it looks really cool. Worth noting that. Anyway, Splatoon. Okay, the Splatoon Direct. This was an interesting Direct. So we did get the new idols, which is Deep Cut, what is it? Fry, Shiver, and Big Man. So yeah, you have the new idols. There are three, well, okay, I don't think Big Man's like an actual idol. I'm pretty sure as we get more music and stuff, it's going to be more like he's probably the producer or like he does the music, something like that. I have a feeling, he won't be like the other two. I have a feeling. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it makes sense. But you do have the actual idols, and yeah, they seem decent so far. I don't like them as much as the other four, but here's the thing. Okay, I think Shiver's pretty good though. But I will say, when I saw Pearl and Marina and I knew Callie and Marie were not going to be the hosts, I was like, well, that kind of sucks. I don't know if I like these two that much, but obviously now they're classics, So I think over time I'll be fine with them. And then if there's a Splatoon 4 with new idols, I'll be like, oh man, well, these new idols, I don't know about them. I think these other 7 were all great. I don't know about these new ones, and I'm sure that's how it's going to be. So I'm sure I'll be fine with them. I do like them so far. It's just like I haven't really had any time with them, so it's hard to really, compare to the other 4 that I've known forever. That said, we do have a lot of new stuff. They did a ton of quality of life improvements, like, the lockers, you have like the recon thing, replay saves, like way better like friend options to like play with people, because it was terrible before. You have a lot of just things that should have just been in Splatoon 2 that are here, but then they did like way more stuff than they had to, and it's like, wow, they did a lot. There's also a functionality where you get like special tickets if you have Splatoon 2 data, and you can actually get your main weapons. So like, if Inkbrush, let's just say, 'cause I mained Inkbrush, if that's locked until level 10, I can get it anyway. That's a really, really great feature. It means you don't have to be locked out of your mains when you start the game up. So you don't have to awkwardly use the Splattershot Junior until you get a weapon that you can kinda use, and then you have to kinda use that until you get a weapon you actually really want. So I'm actually really happy about that. It seems like a lot of fun. Really glad they added that feature in. It's a great help. I think a lot of people are going to be happy about that. They didn't talk about this in the Direct. It was on the site, though. But it is a great feature. We do have also not much on the story mode, which that's fine. I was hoping for maybe a little bit more, like a trailer at least. But you know what? It's fine. I'm just looking forward to experiencing the thing. It looks very, very interesting. Also, Salmon Run looks wild. They have way more stuff going on. There's also like these like Salmon Run like invasion things or whatever. That looks crazy. A lot of new bosses. You have like this huge giant boss thing. They look like they're a lot crazier in general, so I'm definitely excited to see how Salmon Run's going to be in this game. Also did get confirmed that there will be paid DLC. Really hoping for Octo Expansion 2. I hope there's 2 expansions. I hope there's like an Octo Expansion 2. But also like a Salmon Run expansion or something. Or just like a Salmonoid expansion. I want both, honestly. Octo expansion for obvious reasons, but because it was great, second one would be nice. But I hope for a second expansion. I think they might make this, into a longer term game. Not longer term, but I feel like there was too much of a gap between 2 and 3. Like, 2's content ended after a while. you know, and then there's kind of a big gap between that and 3, so hopefully they do, like, you know, updates and, you know, they do an expansion pack, but then maybe after all that's done, the main cycle, then they have another expansion pack that comes out. Maybe giving us a couple content drops here and there, just to give us some extra stuff, because I don't want there to be another massive, massive drought between games again. At least I hope. It'll be fun, though. Looking forward to it. There's also, like, a new trading card game thing. That's kind of cool. I'm actually excited about that. Like, that just seems like a really fun, random thing they didn't have to include, but they did, and that looks fun. You also have emotes. You can dab. That is hilarious. It's, like, terrible, but it's so terrible that I'm like, yeah, just, why not? Just add it because, sure. It's something. It is definitely something. I like it, though. Just have the stupid stuff, because why not? Yeah, the clothes look cool, though. I will say the customization, it's great. It's Splatoon, though. Like, obviously it was gonna be great, so I'm not really surprised about that. Yeah, some new maps. That's cool. Very, very nice to see. And is there anything else that I'm missing? Well, aside from, like, the main thing I was gonna talk about, but I don't think there is. I think that was, like, all, like, that's, like, a very, very brief overview. There's a ton of stuff from the Direct, but, like, I think that's all of the main stuff. I think everything else, yeah. Okay. Weapon time. Okay, so you have the new, you know, sub-weapons. There's some new ones. That's cool. Nice. But the specials I'm really excited about. You have some new specials. That looks cool. A lot of returning specials from Splatoon 2. Also some kind of, you know, enhanced, kind of like changed versions of Splatoon 1 specials that are back. Which is great. You know, we're kind of getting revamped Splatoon 1 specials, and then, you know, Splatoon 2 specials coming back. And then the new 3 ones, which is nice. That was one thing I did not like about Splatoon 2, is that they replaced every single special. I kind of thought that they should have kept some. But in this game, they are keeping 2s and bringing back some of 1s and adding the new ones. This is great. This is what I was hoping for. So, yeah, looks great, honestly. And then the main weapons. Oh boy. So you got everything else in there. You know, you got your classic. You got your like, I don't know what to call them, like your automatic weapons, I guess. You got blasters. You know, chargers, splatlings, buckets, rollers, brushes, and then Splatoon 2 weapons like Brellas and dualies. But you have the stringers for Splatoon 3, the bows. Those look fun. But they actually announced another weapon type. I was not expecting this. I kind of thought that maybe that they would do it. Maybe. I kind of wanted to... I should have done predictions, honestly. Oh well. But, I was thinking maybe they'll do a second weapon type for Splatoon 3, like a new one. But I don't really know if they could do at this point. Like, you have, like, all the main ones. You have, like, your automatic stuff, your single fire stuff. You know, kind of the buckets, kind of a large, spread out, you know, attack type of thing. Kind of like a shotgun type thing. You know, snipers. Kind of your tool wield, fast moving, you know, weapons. You know, aside from that, like, bows were already kind of wild. Like, rollers and brushes, like, I didn't expect them to do another close-up weapon, but I'm like, what else do you do? But yeah, Splatanas. We are getting what are effectively ink swords. Listen, I've been a brush main for over 7 years now, but I might be switching to Splatanas because those look crazy. Apparently they are one-hit kills if you charge them. And considering how I played brush, I feel like these might actually fit my playstyle better. Because I didn't use the brush for, like, the speed boost mechanic very often. I used it mainly to just, like, rapid fire and kill someone quickly. And with that, I think these may favor that kind of playstyle. Maybe. Definitely gotta do some testing. Definitely gotta see what kind of, like, sub weapons and special weapons that these things come with, and as well, you know, for both brushes and Splatanas. Gotta check that out. They look really, really fun though. I am very interested to see how they are going to play. Comes out within a month, although I don't know if I'll get it, release day, but I can hope. So yeah, that's gonna be a time. Also, sorry for my cat, she was making noise in the other room. Anyway, there's just a lot of cool stuff from this direct. They went in, and I'm just very surprised. They did so many of quality of life changes. Like, there's just a lot of them, and I didn't expect that. I thought they were going to show off, like, maybe a new mode, maybe some new weapon variants, maps, some other stuff, the idols. I was expecting that kind of stuff, but I wasn't expecting, like, the quality of life improvements. Like, yeah, probably a couple, but I didn't think that they do this many. There were just a ton. Also, cat, you were making noise. Yeah. Anyway, so oh yeah, there were just a lot of things like that. It was crazy. Um, yeah, I'm still very surprised at how many things that they did. Like how many things they fixed. Clearly, I think Splatoon. I think it's been kind of obvious, but they definitely have a good dev team behind them. Like the dev team is definitely great. You can tell they're also very receptive to stuff because a lot of the stuff is that are just things that people have been wanting. I do think it makes some sense to why they were not in Splatoon 2. I mean, they probably should have been updates in cat, what are, no, no, not, no, hold on, cat, yeah, cat, no, okay. Anyway, sorry, she likes to go in the closet and she likes to climb around on the boxes and I don't, I don't like when she does that. It makes a lot of noise and yeah, that's something that she does things sometimes. I don't know. She just likes to do things for no reason. She's walking somewhere. Walking kind of quick. I wonder what she's up to. Sitting there. She is okay. Anyway, that's that's a cat for you. She does things. She's only in her box. Whatever. Anyway, um, yeah, she does things. But yeah, you tell. I think for Splatoon 1 to 2, there was only like barely more than a 2 year gap, so they were probably and like they had a lot of content updates for the first game too. So I feel like they probably had to, figure stuff out for Splatoon 2 just to throw the game out as quick as possible. And I guess they probably should have updated some stuff in, but at the same time, like, whatever. I'm not gonna be like too mad about it. Like, yeah, I wish they would have done more, but whatever. We're getting it now, so we're all good. Also, oh yeah, amiibo functions. This is the last thing I have for this, and I need to shut up soon. Actually, there's not much time left on this SD card, but amiibo are back. Genuinely thought they were going to cut them. I thought they were actually about done with amiibo, but no, we are getting 3 new amiibo in holiday apparently. So like November, December, and you are running now. She is up to. You are up to something, cat. I don't I don't know what, but you're having a time today. Anyways, this is why she's not allowed in the room when I record anything other than Weekly Blaze. So yeah. Anyways, so amiibo are back. That's cool. We're getting 3 new ones. Hoping for reprints though. That's the main thing. I am hoping we see some reprints. I did not get Pearl and Marina. They are expensive as hell. If those are reprinted, great. I'll buy any reprints though. If they get reprinted, I'll buy them right away. Any 3 packs that get reprinted, buying those as well. I know there's like I only have the Splatoon 1 amiibo and then Callie and Marie. Like the original Splatoon 1 amiibo. Like, they had the recolored ones. I don't have those ones. I don't have the Splatoon 2 trio. Nor do I have the Octolings. I really want all of them. So if they do reprints, I'm going to have to spend a shit ton on them. But I do want them, so I think it's fair. I mean, maybe Christmas. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah, we'll see. Definitely want to get some more Splatoon amiibo going. See, the problem is I don't want to spend a ton of money on all of these. That's kind of my problem. Like, I don't want to have to be spending, like, $100 something just to get all these amiibo. Maybe I'll buy... I don't know. I think I would probably just ask for them for, like, Christmas or something. Maybe I'll buy, like... I'll definitely buy Pearl and Marina on my own, though, because, like, I do not want to mess with those things. Maybe the Octolings as well. Maybe that 3-pack. I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, there's just too many things coming out that just cost money. Like, it's a problem. There's just too many things releasing. Not enough space. Like, how am I supposed to get more reboot stuff if they're gonna release tons of amiibo games, Beyblade, Bakugan, or not Bakugan, Bottleman? Like, when am I gonna buy these things? Like, I decided to get back into them, and, like, am I gonna have to stop already? Probably not. I mean, I don't plan on it, but, like, maybe less, because, you know, there are too many things are releasing. It's a problem. Yeah, anyway. Splatoon 3 is looking great, though. I am definitely excited for this game, and, yeah. I'll probably talk about it when I get it eventually, because that's probably the last direct... I mean, that's probably the only direct we're going to get. Maybe a trailer here and there? I don't know. That'd be cool. I'll definitely talk about it once I get it, though. That'll be fun. But, yeah. I think that's it for Splatoon 3. And, yeah, won't be recording anything else today, because, or talking about anything else today, because I gotta clear my SD card out with, yeah, that's gonna be fun. Not really, but, I guess I'll probably just go and clear it off, and then while this processes, I clear off the Bakugan stuff, and then combine the Weekly Blaze stuff, and then while the Weekly Blaze processes, I'll watch a little bit of anime, and probably after like one episode it'll already be done, and then I could go back to doing that and whatever else. Yeah, that'll be fun. I think this is the first time I've ever had to do this, where I literally have to, like, render half of a Weekly Blaze, put it on my computer, and just let it sit there until I do the rest of it. That's a first. But, yeah. I'll go do that now, because I don't have much time on this camera left. I have a few minutes, but I don't need to use all of it, it's fine, so yeah. I'm repeating myself too much. Okay, I'll be back eventually. Alright, so it's now Thursday at around, like, a little bit before 11 p.m. A couple things. First up, so the Bakutech reviews are going to actually come out to the 16th and 18th, because those are things that I can get out sooner. Because my Bottlemen have not shipped yet, and I don't think they'll be here by Saturday. So I'll do a haul video for those. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to anyway. I'll do that the 20th, and the 21st through the 26th, I'm just going to do them all every day. That way it's a little bit better. Since they're going to be out later, that way I'll technically finish a little, actually at the same exact time as I would have before, so yeah, and I won't do the bi-daily thing. So that'll probably be it for August. That's all good. Also, this Weekly Blaze is already over an hour 40 minutes. It's, I'm not going to record a whole ton more in this video because, well, I'll still record more, but, I'm not going to go overboard because it's already a little bit ridiculous, so, yeah. Next up, package. So this is my Beyblade stuff. See my chair and tripod set up. The package, scale, scissors, and then these bays that I'm going to be referencing. Got all four of the, oh, it's out of focus. All four of the Achilles bays right there. Well, I guess I don't have shield, but I'm not going to be comparing to shield. It's kind of whatever, honestly. I mean, I have an unboxing of it, but I don't think it's important enough for me to want to compare it. I do have Prominence Valkyrie for the Phoenix recolor. Also going to reference that to Dead Phoenix, plus you have Divine Belial there for the A gear, plus the Dangerous Belial, so I could compare it to the F gear. And yeah, I'm actually going to go and open up this package right now and just show you what is inside. I mean, obviously, it's the Achilles customized set. I've basically said that at this point. Wait, let me Sit down here. Okay. Fix this up. Hopefully it's looking decent. Close enough. Alright, package time. Okay, so the whole take that out. Oh, there's no information on it. Never mind. It's fine. There is the set. Okay. There it is. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make my video on this thing. This is going to be probably the worst video I ever have to make because there's 12 layer modes. I'm going to have to cut the video like 12 times just for the layer modes. I'm not happy about that. But, whatever, I guess. It's fine. Yeah, I don't want to, but like I guess I'm going to. Anyway, I'll go and do that. Not gonna be the best thing, but whatever. Alright, so I'm on like 6 minutes to record. It's still like, well, I guess it's Friday at like 1 a.m. But anyway. Knight random booster, fully revealed. Knight looks cool, has a mode switch thing. So you have like an upper force or down force, that's cool. I don't know if it'll be that effective, but honestly, I'm just glad to see a new gimmick in Burst. That's a rarity these days, so it's just nice to see. I might record later, I'm not sure. We'll see how quick I can go here. But the other stuff is awful. So we still don't know one of the drivers, apparently, but there will be 2 pulls for bounce, that's fine. Sword Dash sucks, but I know we have to get the Black Zyphoid Rekiller, so whatever. And then there's High Wave Dash. Sure. Why not? Don't know what the 5th driver is going to be, but yeah. Hopefully it's decent. I mean, the other 4 aren't really that bad. The problem is everything else. So, armors we have 1, 2, 4, 6, and 10. Alright. 6, I already talked about 6 a little bit. Not the best thing to put on Knight, but whatever. 1, need it for Zyphoid. 4 is pretty good. 10 is fine too. 2, come on. We could have gotten something else other than 2. Well, we just got 2 in this set. We have so many 2s. We could have at least gotten, like, if you're going to use something that's already gotten a ton of reprints, it could have been anything else. Like a 0 or something. We don't need more 2s. And then there's the disc selection. Dear God, this is a terrible disc selection. Okay, 2 moons, fine. Not Zyphoid. Xanthus, sure, we need it for the Black Zyphoid. So what are our last 2 slots going to be? You know, maybe for the final random boost, or we get like, maybe Over, you know, Giga, even Tapered, maybe like, Fortress, Illegal. What cool list can we get? Oh, right. Legacy and Karma, the 2 worst DB discs. We're getting those 2 for our 2 open slots we could have used. Oh boy, this is this is something. Now, aside from that, the blades. Oh no. So okay, we got the 2 wins. That's fine. Okay, a Zyphoid again, expected since that's kind of how they're doing. So what are our 2 open slots gonna be? Are we gonna get something that's actually decent, or are we gonna get some garbage pull? Yeah, it's not very good. We have Prominence, which is like, okay, Prominence isn't that bad, But we got a re-release of Prominence with Prominence Valkyrie, very easy to get. We still don't have a Dangerous recolor yet. Like, when are we not gonna get a Dangerous recolor? If not, well, okay, we just wasted more slots. But we're also getting a Devil recolor. Like, we already have 2 Devils. We did not need another one. Especially over some other pulls. Like, Devil, there's already the random booster version, and we have the special version. That one's a little bit harder to get, but still. There were definitely other pulls that deserved it more than Devil. And Devil's like a slight retool of Dynamite, which already has 7 variants. So there's basically like 10 of these things at this point. We didn't need another Devil, but whatever. And there's the core selection. So you have the 2 Knights, perfectly fine. Excalibur, of course, gotta have it. Kirbyus is actually a solid one. I think Kirbyus was a pretty good choice. Overall, the cores are not bad, but the last core just is like, why? We're getting another Belial, our 7th Belial. Yeah, the first one from the booster, second one from the entry set, third one in Random Booster 26, the 4th one in the Astral Spriggan customized set, the 5th one in the All-in-One set, and then the 6th one in Random Booster Volume 7, and now our 7th one in Random Booster Volume 30. We did not need another Belial. But apparently Talker told me they are very much thinking we need another Belial. That is something we must have. It's our destiny to have a 7th Belial recolor, because I don't know. It's just, yeah, another Belial. So we had to get, repeat parts, all of the main new parts. That's fine. And of course all the Black Xiphoid stuff. So like 3 out of the 5 pulls here, like 3 out of the 5 parts per each, we kind of knew what we had to get. Aside from maybe the armors, but like 6 and 1, and I mean, it's like only 3 more open armor slots. It's not like it's much more than only 1 extra, but like, I don't know. It's just not a good random booster. It's only 5 bays, so you don't really have much room to like do stuff. And like our other pulls that were not related to Knight or Excalibur were pretty bad. No Gatling or nothing from Gatling Dragon. Like, we could have gotten a Dragon Core instead of Belial, like Gatling Blade instead of Devil, maybe Dangerous instead of Prominence. That would have been a pretty solid layer roundup there, but nothing of the sort. Yeah. There's everything I have to talk about for it, though, and plus I am very close to running out of time on my camera. That was actually good timing. Alright, yeah. I'm going to shut up for now, because I am almost out of time on this camera. So, yeah. Alright, it is now Friday. A little after 4 a.m. So, it's only been a couple hours since my last recording session. This video, I think, is just going to end up being the longest by far. I'm not going to be holding back my recordings just because I don't want to make this too long. Like, it's already the longest one. Just keep going anyway. I don't have a goal in mind for how long it needs to be. I don't care if it's 30 seconds longer than the old one, or if it's an hour longer. Okay, that probably won't happen, but still. There are a few things now to talk about within the past few hours. One of which being something that I already said I was going to talk about before. So yeah. Now, this might be the last long clip of the video, I will say. There might not be any more after this. It might just be like an ending thing on like Saturday, but anyway. So basically, first up, just kind of a funny thing I noticed. My previous longest weekly blaze, the ultimate one, that was August 5th through the 11th. This will be the 7th through the 13th. Not the same exact week, obviously, but it's like the closest it could possibly be. It's still like, the first like full week of August is the longest one, coincidentally. I didn't even notice that until now. I didn't think about it. It's just funny. I'm like, oh, it's literally the same exact week setup that's going to be the longest one. Cool. Aside from that, also, some Bottleman news. Finally, my package shipped out. I ordered that 6 days ago. And I know they said, oh, business days only, shipped within 2 days. But even though, it should have shipped out by like at least 2 days ago, I don't know why it took so long. So it's finally shipped out. However, the other thing to talk about with this is that DHL is very fast. It might actually get here on Saturday. If it does, I'll have another clip with that, and that'll probably be like 5-6 minutes. But then I'll have that, and that'll probably be the last like lengthy clip. I'm just gonna end this off like after this clip probably, or after that clip depending. I'm not gonna be talking too much more, I don't think, unless something else happens. Which, in that case, this is going past the 2.5 hour mark probably. But still, it's fun. It's fun. Uh, yeah. Oh man, my throat is already dying. I've recorded Weekly Blaze and the whole like near half-hour long Beyblade video today. All right. Anyways, but yeah, Bottleman is on its way. But yeah, what I was going to talk about though with that, if it actually does get here, I will actually move it sooner. The videos on that, I'm going to do every day. Either it'll be the 20th through the 26th, or the 16th through the 22nd. Within the box check reviews coming out the 24th and 26th. Depending on how it goes, that's how I'm going to structure it. If it gets here, I'll say Monday, because I'm going to do a haul video, I think. I'm just going to do another haul video. It's a big wave, whatever, it's fine. So, that'll be the first one, and that's also easier on me. So if it gets here Monday at the latest, I'll do it starting the 16th, because that's Tuesday morning. And that's easy to put up the haul video just quickly, and then I could, have time to sticker and build everything, and I'll already have a couple done day one, so like, by the time I need to record on the next day, I'll already have at least one, well, probably like a couple done, and I only need one, and probably have a few done by then. I'll be all good. Although if it comes on Tuesday, then yeah, I'm gonna have to put the box tech reviews first, so that'll be something to keep in mind for myself, because who would even watch this video at this point? It's way too long. Aside from that, though, the last thing I want to talk about in this video, potentially, is the Mario Kart stuff. I gave my ranking. I'm going to have to swap it around a little bit. Bottom half is still the same. I still think the worst track is Mario Circuit 3, 7th, Snowland, 6th, Sydney Sprint, and then 5th, New York Minute. However, I'm actually going to be switching around the top few. I think Mushroom Gorge is still first, but I said before fourth was, or I said second was Waluigi Pinball, and then third and fourth I initially had swapped, but then in the video I swapped them to this, which was fourth Calamari Desert, and third Sky High Sundae. Not only would I'd switch those back to keeping Sky High Sundae at number 4, but I actually moved Waluigi's Pinball to number 3, because I think Calamari Desert is my second favorite. There's just something about that track that is incredibly nice, and I really like it a lot more than I think most people, and I mean not most people, but still, I like it a lot. There's just something about that track that is great. So I'm putting it higher up than I would have initially. Yeah. And I've been playing these tracks a lot the past week. Like, I've played them very extensively at this point. So I'm putting, I think I can trust my opinion on them now. So, I wanted to do the comparison. Is it better than Wave 1? Well, that's definitely quite the topic. So let's get into that. Is it better than Wave 1? Yes. Just an easy yes. However, we got to get into it a little bit more than just saying it is better. So, how would I rank all of the tracks? Here's how I'm going to rank every single track, all 16 of them we've gotten so far. I'm probably not going to do this for all of them, or maybe I will, and we'll just, as Weekly Blazes go on, I'll just get more and more ridiculous with this. Probably not. I'll probably just rank them as is. But since we only have 2 waves out, I think, doing a full list is fine. So 16th, the worst track in the entire DLC so far has to be Toad Circuit. It's just way too basic, and I don't really care about it at all. There's no reason to care about it. 15th, I'm going to say Super Mario... why do I keep saying Super? Mario Circuit 3. Also very basic. However, the turns are a little bit better for drifting, and they're a little tougher. It's slightly better, but not by much. It's still just another basic track. And basically, yeah, who cares? Um, it's not great. 14th, Shroom Ridge. I don't care what anyone says. This track isn't very good. Um, the problem with this track is it's not like the track is that hard. It's okay. The cars on the track, though, is kind of what makes me have a problem with it. Because the problem with it is... my throat's already gone, okay. They're too clustered, so... But also not clustered enough. Because you'll have these clusters of cars where it's like, there is just too much going on here, not enough track. And it is very difficult to maneuver at times. And especially at 200cc, man, because I main 200cc, and that can be rough. But, you know, and that's fine. Like, if it was like that the entire time, be like, okay, it's just a challenging course. But the problem is there's giant gaps between these clusters, and it's like, this track is incredibly boring when that's happening. That's the main problem right there. I wish I could have had a better distribution of cars, and, made it not terrible. That would have been cool. Yeah, it's not really that good of a track, honestly. If we're getting another Cars on the Road track, I wish they would have just chosen Moonview Highway or Mushroom City. Those would have been way better than this thing. 13th, Sky Garden. I think that's what it's called. I hope so. I think it's Sky Garden, right? Sky Garden, hopefully. Game Boy Advance track. Okay, so it's not a bad track. It's just way too short. Like, this track is done so quickly. It's not bad. It's just way too fast. Like you don't have time to even experience the track. It's like, okay, got a couple few turns. All right, that's a little bit of a more difficult turn, or another one, and oh, this is already the final like loop type thing. And all right, next lap already. Okay, cool. It's just not enough time for this track. It's way too short. Not enough happens here. 12th, Snowland. Snowland is actually a decent track, but it has has this issue about ice. If it wasn't for the ice, I would probably put this... I don't know. I don't know if it would actually be higher or not. Maybe a little bit, but like it's ice. It's a solid track overall, but there's ice, and yeah, I'm just putting it here. Next up, all the tour tracks, they are all solid tracks. They have, redeeming qualities about them, and they're nice, but none of them really stand out to me. 11th, I'm going to say Tokyo Blur. It just feels like the most basic, I guess. 10th, Sydney Sprint. I really feel like it's a long course, which is fine, but the third lap is just so much shorter than the first two, feels like, and I feel like makes the track feel kind of anticlimactic, because it feels like the second lap is really like the big one, and the third one just kind of happens. It's like, oh, okay, sure. 9th, New York Minute. New York Minute, it's just a nice track. It kind of feels like a Moonview Highway or I think Mushroom City especially, kind of like a light version of that without the cars and less difficult, so kind of worse, but it's a nice track. New York is nice to see. I was actually there. I actually had a weekly Blaze where I didn't record there, but I was talking about when I was going to go there way back in 2014. And, yeah, it was, it was New York, so it was kind of cool to see since I've been there before. Maybe that's why I'm a little bit biased and put it above Sydney Sprint, I'm not sure. But for sure the best one, number 8, Paris Promenade. Or is it Paris Promenade? I don't care. I'm going to say Promenade because it just reminds me of other words that I know. So yeah, Paris Promenade is nice. It's a nice track. Pretty, nothing too crazy. Pretty standard, but also kind of more interesting. It feels like the most Mario Kart track of all of them. Also reminds me a little bit of a Daisy Circuit, which is cool. But I think it also does the level transformation gimmick the best. I think it just has the best level transformation gimmick with the third lap. You kind of go against everyone else. And I guess it kind of does that in Sydney Sprint as well. But I think it's a lot better here. So, that's fun. Alright, moving on for those. Okay, 7th. 7th, I'm probably going to go with Choco Mountain. It's just a cool track. It just has a lot of nice stuff. Decently long. it just feels like a good track, and there's nothing really crazy about it aside from that. It's just nice. All right, sixth, I am going to go with Sky High Sunday. Very broken up track. It's kind of like a basic design. It's just that it's like very broken up, so it's a little bit more wild to play on. You got a lot of different stuff happening, but it's just kind of the track. Like if you see like the outline itself, yeah, it's pretty standard. It's fun though. It is definitely a lot of fun, so it ranks pretty high for me. Fifth, I'll go with fifth probably Waluigi Pinball. Waluigi Pinball, it's just a really, really cool track. I mean, you got the cool turns. The first part's really fun, but after that, like the pinball part, I just kind of think it's cool enough, but I'm not really the biggest fan of it either. Just kind of like an obstacle it's there. It's fine, and then after that, it's just like, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, that's kind of that. I don't know. I feel like the highlight to me is like the earlier parts, and yeah, it's like it's pretty crazy. I'm not trying to say it's bad. I mean, I've ranked it in the top 5, but I do think it's a little bit overhyped. I'm gonna be honest. I'm saying this as someone who did play both Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart 7. I played every Mario Kart game fully, so I played all these tracks. It's just, yeah. Well, except for Mario Kart Tour, I have not played Tour, and I don't plan to. Anyways, number 4 is Ninja Hideaway. Great track, really creative, a lot of fun, got some cool turns. Yeah, it's just like it's pretty difficult as well. It just feels like a nice, like unique, cool track, and it's just nice to have one of those in the DLC. Nothing else to say about it. Third, Kalimari Desert. This track has really grown on me a lot. I think it's really cool. The second lap, I like how you have to go through the train, and then, yeah, like it just makes it such an interesting type of track. Because you have one normal lap, and the second lap, you split off a little bit, you have the train stuff. You're kind of doing different stuff. Then the third lap, you start off kind of after that point, and you kind of almost reset to how the ending of the first lap was. And there's just something I kind of like about that. And then you just finish off normally, and that's that. Definitely a really, really unique track. And I like what they did with the whole transformation gimmick with the train. Because even, being pretty experienced in the game, I'm 3-starring every cup on every CC. That train part, man, that can be kind of rough, I'll admit. Like, if the train's coming while you're in the tunnel, like, it's a pretty tight fit. Second, Coconut Mall. It's Coconut Mall, I don't have to say more. They updated the cars, too, so they, like, spin at the end, that's cool. And first is Mushroom Gorge, because it's just my favorite track from Mario Kart Wii, and it's just there. Like, I'm not gonna pretend it's not pure bias. It is. It's just my favorite from back then. So yeah, that is everything. That's all. That's everything from Mario Kart, and that's probably going to be about it for this weekly Blaze for the most part. I hope I don't. This thing's already over 2 hours, unquestionably. Like it is. Like this is already the longest one. The clip I have, like the combined thing I have, is 1 hour 42 minutes, I think. And the stuff I recorded today already, it has to be like probably almost another half an hour. And then plus, yeah, okay, I need to shut up now because otherwise this is going to get ridiculous. So anyways, that's about it for today. That's definitely it for today. If I record again, it will be on Saturday, and it'll be the Bottlemen stuff. If it's the Bottlemen stuff, I'll end it there. If not, I'm just going to probably record a little bit. Something crazy happens. Hopefully not, because this video doesn't need to be much longer. But yeah, that's all. So hopefully this is the last big clip. Alright, it is now Saturday, almost 5 a.m. This is the last clip for the video. No questions asked. This is it. So, my Bottlemen stuff will not be coming this week. I did not know this, but DHL does not deliver on Saturdays, apparently. I guess it's possible, but you have to set up the delivery in advance, and yeah, it doesn't seem like that would be the case here. And yeah, they don't offer Sunday, so my package says it'll be here Wednesday, but it's already in Ohio and in Illinois, so I kind of don't imagine it'll be that much longer. I don't think it'd take until. I mean, it got here. They shipped it out like very early Friday morning, and then it was like not even 24 hours. It was like barely more than 24 hours ago they shipped it out from Japan. It's already in Ohio. They don't deliver Saturday and Sunday, but I kind of feel like there's probably truck driving and stuff going on, and that side of things should be fine. So it should probably get near Chicago, and I'd assume by Sunday. And then from there, yeah, it comes out, to wherever else it needs to go, and then probably here. Probably Monday. I'm guessing it'll be Monday. I hope. I'll probably record Weekly Blaze next week just because of that, honestly, but yeah. Worst case scenario, not worst case, but I'd say like it should be here Monday. Tuesday, I'd say I'd have to be like maybe. That'd be kind of unlucky. Wednesday, I feel like is actually pretty unlucky. Like that'd be like, man, they really made me wait till Wednesday for this thing, even though, it got here that much earlier, and yeah. Thursday would be like that'd actually be a pretty bad scenario. And worst case scenario is like, well, I guess it'd be not showing up, but it'd be like after Thursday. Like that'd be kind of ridiculous at that point. It's in Ohio. Come on. So yeah. Not this week though. It looks like. Unfortunate. So I'll probably do the Bakutech reviews first. Maybe. Well, let's see. Saturday's the 13th, 14th, 15th. I'll decide Sunday night, I think. I'll make the Bakutech videos Sunday night if it's not going to be here Monday. Or if I'm not sure yet. And then I'll probably not upload them till Monday night / Sunday or Tuesday morning. And yeah. But if they come, then I'll withhold those and upload the Bottleman stuff because I want to do that first before anyone else, for any other English-speaking people to get them up. Because why wouldn't I want the extra views? I mean, I'm not like crazy about views, but at the same time, I know my Bottleman stuff usually gets decent views, which is actually pretty nice. I know there's not many English speakers up who actually make the videos, so like I kind of want to get mine up as soon as possible. Even a lot of the Japanese people have still been getting out their reviews since there's so much stuff. So I get my unboxings out pretty quick before anyone else in America's been covering them. Then great. So yeah, definitely looking forward to them. Of the 7, I guess I could say what I'm looking forward to the least to most really quick, just for fun. I was already ranking Mario Kart stuff before. Might as well rank these. So I'd say the one I'm least excited for, my 7th, is probably gonna be. Honestly, gonna have to go with Raid Brave DX. I feel like it's just gonna be Wonder Grape 2.0. Like it's literally just Wonder Grape DX. Like it's like how Cola Mario and Aqua Sports DX were, where it's like it's cool because it's a new DX Bottle Man, but it's like it's the same. It's like the original just brought into the new system. That's kind of what this is, except it's not Wonder Grape DX. It's entirely different, but it's like the same exact type of thing. I just find it the least interesting. Still excited for it though. I'm still gonna be, happy to have it, of course, but I'm not like crazy about it or anything. 6th, Earth Roller DX. It looks fun. Looks like it'll be a good time. Main problem is just that the gimmick, not the most interesting. Also kind of disappointed by the color. Thought it was gonna be an orange Bottle Man. It really is not an orange Bottle Man. I'm a little bit disappointed by that. 5th, as much as I don't want this to be placed so low, I kind of feel like the other 4 I'm just more interested in overall. 5th, I'm going to say Doc Pepion DX. Purple's really nice. I like the gimmick though. You have like kind of the ring fire, like the ring trigger, that's cool. You also have those hooks that you can customize. That looks fun. I'm very much looking forward to doing all this stuff. Yeah, if I get these up to 16, actually, you want to know what? I might not just, yeah, I think a better idea, I'm not even going to bother with the Bakutech reviews until end of August. I'm just going to put up Bottleman stuff the day I get them, or well, I guess the day after technically, but like, if I get them on the 16th, the video's going up the 17th. I'm not waiting for the even day or whatever. It's going up the day I get them, and that's that. I think that's just how I'm gonna do it. I think that's the better option. Yeah, that seems a little bit more reasonable. I think 17th or 18th. Hoping for the 16th still, but 17th, 18th. I'm just gonna put up the day I get them. I think that's a better idea. Yeah, Dak Papillon seems fun. Then fourth, I'm gonna have to say probably Aerosider DX. 3 modes, it's cool. The problem is the modes take way too long to switch, and you're not gonna be able to do that during, if you're playing with them. It'll probably be like between rounds or something. So it's kind of more like it's like 3 Bottle Man at 1, which is cool. But it's like, yeah, you can't really change this during gameplay. Like if you could quickly, snap the arms back into a stabilizer or forward into a barrel, okay, that's a little bit more interesting because if you do it quickly. But you can't, so it's like, okay, well, it's cool, but I don't really know what the purpose is of this. Well, I know what the purpose is, but like, okay, you're getting 3 modes, but you can only pick, you gotta pick your mode beforehand. That's fine, it's just not really as crazy. It looks cool though, I'm definitely excited about it. I mean, I put it at 4th for a reason. 3rd, Ayawashi DX. I have a feeling this trigger is going to be amazing. I feel like it's going to be the Samet's trigger, but actually functional, which will be nice. Also, I have a feeling it's going to kind of be maybe a little bit like the Sparking Net trigger as well, where it kind of has a better stability to it. I think it might actually sort of be like a fusion of Samet's and Sparking Net's triggers, and that would be phenomenal. Like the speed aspect of Samet's, except functional, and then the control aspect of Sparking Net. If that's the case, then this is going to be a really, really good Bottle Man. I'm very excited for it. Also looks very cool. Dark green is nice. I really like green. It's funny because as a kid I used to always hate the color green. Nowadays I like green a lot actually. There's like a very basic type of green that I don't like. Samus is kind of close, but not quite. I think it maybe also just depends on like the colors it's paired with or whatever. I don't know. I think green's actually a color I like a lot more than I used to. I think I like it more than like red and blue now, which is funny. Like I always thought green. I guess the primary colors are red, blue, and yellow, but like I feel like everyone just talks about like red, blue. I don't know. Yellow just gets forgotten about. I feel like everyone just uses like red, blue, and green for like the main colors there, and I like green the most of those. But I don't know why I decided to go off on a tangent about colors. But Ayawashi DX is green, so I guess that's it, and that's cool. The trigger, I'm very interested in that trigger, so hopefully it's good. Second, probably going to be CC Land DX. The Quick Loader magazine looks great. I won't be the first to cover this one, and it will be the first video up. But hey, I'm excited to get that out, and then right after, we got tons of other unboxings for that stuff coming up, which is going to be nice. However, my first pick has to be Kerpeps DX. It's a 2-cap in 1. Yeah, it's 2 caps in 1 per shot. You get 2 caps per shot. That's great. I'm very excited about that. So yeah, I'm basically just hoping no one else uploads any Bottle Man videos until, well, what day is my haul going up? I don't know what. I think I might just like pair the haul with an unboxing. That, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I really want to be first. I'll have to see. If anyone else uploads, I might do double daily uploads just because then I can catch up with them and end up getting mine out first. Otherwise, I'll probably just do one a day. If the CC Land one goes up and like that same day another one goes up for like Raid Brave or something, I'll throw up the next day Raid Brave and probably Earth Roller, or is it Dak Papillon? I don't know. I think is Dak Papillon first in the bot numbers, maybe, and then I'll be tied with them. Technically, getting out that one first, and then I'll do the other 2 the next day, and then I'll just do the last one. And yeah, I'm trying to be first here for once. I usually don't care, but I'm like, you know what? I have a chance here. I should actually try to take it for once. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I might not actually care that much by the time I get them. Right now, I'm just like, I'm kind of tired, not gonna lie. I didn't fall asleep like after 1 p.m. And I woke up like at a little bit before 7 p.m., so I didn't sleep too great. I don't know, maybe I won't care as much when I actually have sleep. We'll see. But yeah, for now, that's that. Very excited about the Bottleman stuff regardless. So also the customized set, you do get some extra stuff like the Kolomaru, the control, the custom control core or whatever. The extra head for it, you know, the cap, you know, and you get like a long barrel, long magazine stabilizer. You get a lot of nice stuff here. It's looking pretty nice. Definitely gonna be fun to make all the videos on them. I always like making Bottleman videos, especially now that I kind of know what I'm doing. I did not know what I was doing for like the first four. Rising Milk, Fusion Black, the Blend Dragon stuff, kind of. But ever since that X haul, I kind of knew I was doing a little bit more, and then especially with like the last haul, like the Dual Gold and the Sparkling set and stuff, like, I think I knew what I was doing by that point, and definitely since the DX stuff for sure, so I feel like I can make some good videos on them. I will probably do some testing that first day though, so hopefully I can get a video out pretty quickly. I should be able to. I don't think that'll be that much of a problem. They don't take too long to test. Plus, they're unboxings. I'll go back to do a tier list later to give the full opinions on them. But, you know, for now it'll be that. And I've already recorded almost 12 minutes. I was not trying to add that much more time onto this video. Okay, I should go. So yeah, that's it for this weekly Blaze. The longest one of all time. And it was just me rambling about a bunch of nonsense most of the time, and it didn't matter at all. That's fun. That's exactly what Weekly Blaze is. It's just me rambling, although usually it doesn't end up going over 2 hours, and yeah, here we are. The longest Weekly Blaze of all time. I beat the 2018 one. Alright, cool. That's all for this video. So anyways, thanks for watching. I don't think anyone did, but yeah, that's all. Bye-bye.